Okay. Here we are again. Back at it once more. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking breaths because I'm steadying myself. I have a final exam to study for, and I'm attempting to return my brain to, okay, you can get out of study mode. You can play a game now. You're good. We made this time on purpose so that you'd have a break away from all the chemistry shit that you've got to study. So I have to break my brain away from all of that, but that's okay. Just takes a hot minute. And oh yeah, there's people downstairs now, so if any background noise occurs during the stream, I apologize. We've had it, I think I started saying it last time, we've had it lucky for like the past year because no one has lived directly downstairs from us. But now there are people living downstairs, and there will be more moving in over the next month or so. So, yeah, we'll, we'll have background noise. I'm certain of it. There's just no way around it when there are people living up here, people living down there. I mean, technically speaking, when it's quiet like this, we will always have background noise because there's also people outside and everything else. So, like, it's just kind of, you control for what you can, but if it happens, then it happens. So if I ever get distracted because I hear something and it doesn't sound like there's anything audible on the actual microphone, it's probably because I heard something and I thought it would be highly distracting, and it turned out to not really get picked up. So, I mean, the microphone's on cardioid, and the cardioid mode, it's basically there's a cone in front of the microphone that it picks up, and if I move too far to the side, it won't hardly pick anything up, and I got to talk a little louder just so that you can hear me. So, yeah, that's how that goes. So, hey, Conquer, it's going good. How's it going for you there? Yeah, no, only study. You're not allowed to have fun. No fun allowed. You just study your brains out until you can't do anything else because all you remember how to do is study. And that is how our parents ended up in a toxic work culture. Oh, man. I just started the game up and I already made a political statement. That doesn't bode well for today's stream. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Chrono Cross, the stream edition. Last time, so right now our priority, because we need to be able to get into the Sea of Eden. So we're kind of in limbo-ish mode right now, but by limbo mode I mean we're in the part of the game that feels like side quests when it's actually main quests, which Chrono Trigger had a few of these near the end game anyway to get like prism equipment and all that stuff, so it's similar to that. We need to get the blessing of all 6 of the dragons. We've gotten the blessing of the yellow dragon and the red dragon so far, and we're working currently on the green dragon. After that, we'll go after the water dragon, the black dragon, and the sky dragon. And you have to do the sky dragon last, so that's why we're doing him last. But it also works out, because it turns out doing things in this explicit order, yellow, then red, then green, then blue, then black, then white, is it's almost like a recurring theme in Chrono Cross, as you'll see eventually. So doing all right, just had lunch. Nice, I just had dinner. So we've had food in our systems, so now we should be pretty good to go. So actually, the next place that we're going has a lot of green innate enemies, so I think if there's ever a time to bring Sprig and Radius along as the main crew for this part, I think this is the time to do it. And I'm thinking what I might do is I might give each of them an earthquake element, because that way they can kind of smack the enemies up pretty good with that. So maybe, I don't think I have any extras, right? Let me see. I have the Thunderstorm, but that's exclusive to Norris, so yeah, I don't have any extras. So we'll just remove both of these, and then we will give them to Sprig and Radius, and then we'll go from there. If I need to, I'll just use Feral Cats Oh, you got your other slot. Nice. That's good. Yeah, so these are all the slots that Sprig gets. She only gets these 4 element slots for the entirety of the game. So use them wisely, because they don't come cheap, as you can see. So, excuse me. Let me set the turn yellows actually for you right now, because we'll need them anyway. So, and I think I mentioned it last time, but I gotta go like through everybody's element grids and kind of just set them all up correctly. But I think I'm gonna wait to do that until we get our body back, because when we do that, the party members that we had in our party will know that it's Surge, and they should decide, oh yeah, you know, hey, that's Surge. Let's go back and be in his party. That seems like a good idea. So, also gonna set you up with a couple of those and a couple of those, because why not? Just so we can deal the extra damage. And I think other than that, we're good, right? Everybody's got stone weapons. They've all got their stuff on. I gave you another Dreamer's Scarf, although I don't know, I might stick the stamina ring back on you just for the hell of it. Or maybe I'll stick the defender, because you don't have very good defense. Plus it gives evasion, so it might not be a bad idea. It's only +1. I guess it's +6% evasion, which isn't bad. Or maybe I do magic to give her 26 magic. Nah, because if I'm gonna go with whatchamacallit, if I'm gonna go with White Knight mostly, then I'll probably want the stamina ring instead. So let's just do that. I think do I have another stone helmet at this point? No, I don't think I do. Oh no, I do. It's down here. Why is it down here? Why not leave it up where the other helmets are? And let me just double check here. Okay, so we have 9 shiny leaves. That's good. We could get one more if I really wanted to, but we don't need it. 4 shiny soot, 10 shiny dew, 10 shiny sand, 2 shiny salt, and 11 shiny embers. So like if I wanted to make a whole bunch of extra stuff beforehand, I could probably do that. But we really don't need any extra stuff. We've got all the stuff that we need for the first little bit. Plus we're limited right now in terms of our rainbow equipment by the rainbow shells that we have access to. We can't even make them just yet, but even once we get a 5th rainbow shell and we get access to rainbow equipment, we don't have any other rainbow shells to work with other than the 5 that we've got. I mean, we could have had, I think, 1 more at this point if I did the Viper Churro thing correctly. But yeah, I didn't do that right, so we'll work with what we've got. There's plenty of them later in the game, so... Okay, sounds like a plan. So yeah, in order to get to the ancient land, which is where we need to go, I mean, I don't know if we would know that right off the bat here. We need to use the Biba Flute, which I think I just passed up. That's the ancient fruit. How do I sort this alphabetically? There's the flute. And then this time the Wingipede will come over, and we can catch a ride because we have an ancient fruit. You get 1 trip per ancient fruit, round trip. So basically you go there and then you come back, and then after that you're going to need another ancient fruit in order for the Wingipede to take you there. So the gist of that is make sure that you get everything you want on Gaia's Navel before you leave, because otherwise you're just going to have to go get more ancient fruit, which I guess isn't a big deal. You just go to the other screen and grab it from that one guy, but you know, it's a pain that you wouldn't have to take care of otherwise, so... Yeah, so just come back up to this rock and you can take care of leaving if you so choose. Hello? Can I help you, young lady? Ooga booga yourself. The music here is really good, too. It gives me, it's like a pump-up version of some of the music from the prehistoric times in Chrono Trigger, kind of. It's like got a higher tempo than that, but it's still real cool. I like it. Who's your father? Oh, sorry. Sorry to hear that. Well, I guess your logic checks out at the very least. Yeah, I don't know that I would know. I don't think I know anybody who looks like you. Well, looks like you and could be your father anyway. You do look slightly familiar, though. Face is a little rounder than the Toriyama artwork from what I'm referring to, but... Who's he? Oh. I was gonna say, who's he? Okay. Well, that's good to hear. With all of us helping, it should make things a little bit easier. But yeah, so by coming here, you will temporarily receive Leah as a party member, as she joins your party. I don't know what happens if you don't take her with you. I don't really need her for my party, but if you do want to use her, she's a yellow innate. And her stats are kind of reminiscent. Like I said, she looks familiar, and her stats are kind of reminiscent of someone else that I know from this series. High HP, high strength and defense, low magic, and MRes. Unfortunately, in this game, the magic tabs and magic seals, you can't actually, like the capsules and stuff, you can't actually use to increase stats like you could in Chrono Trigger, because those made her look-alike in Chrono Trigger pretty good. So, excuse me. And I don't know if it's retroactive interference or what, but knowing that she has a look-alike in Chrono Trigger makes me think of Fire Emblem Fates and how they put in the children units that looked exactly like the Awakening characters, except they were obviously not the Awakening characters, they just had the exact same artwork, and that makes me upset, which is probably the primary reason why we're not using her. So yeah, I think that's retroactive interference, if I recall correctly, but yeah, so she'll hang out here, and you can take her into your party if you talk to her. But what we want to do is we want to kind of rummage around the place, because Gaia's navel is full of lots and lots of treasure. I think this is really the only one that's particularly important, though, the green brooch. Oh, hello. What was his name? The one from the SS Invincible. I don't remember what his name was now. I feel like I should, but yeah, no, it's not him. It's his cousin from Homeworld, Pterodact. So, but yeah, so there's a bunch of different enemies here. This one, I guess, is red innate, so Earthquake isn't going to be particularly useful, but well, it actually gives me an excuse to maybe take Sprig into Spearfisher, I guess. The stone weapons that we're using should also do really good damage, all things considered. So, and I believe Earthquake will work on this guy even though he's flying, so it's not like in Pokemon where you can't do that. You know, or I could just go Lagoonade. I know I was going to go Spearfisher, but if the battle's only going to be like another round or two, I don't think we're going to need Spearfisher for Vigora. Let's just go Lagoonade and beat his ass. You know, if he lets me. So, we'll find out. I'm just going to have you attack. He has the same types of attacks as the other guy, though. God, I just can't remember what his name is. The one that Fargo had as his pet, quote-unquote. That one. Alright, well, I mean, if you want to be like that, then here, have one of these. Phew! Well, still standing. I guess we can have Lagoonate take care of the rest of this. You just hang out there, Radius. We got this. It's fun to use Sprig. Like, I know that it's probably one of those things where it takes more work to get her to actually be good by comparison to some of the other characters, but I just have a lot of fun just messing around with Sprig's techs with all of her different doppelgangs that she can use, so... anyway, the green brooch that we got. So that prevents all green-based status effects, and that can be kind of important. I would definitely grab one while you're here, because if you're planning on fighting... there's a boss later on that you can fight that uses primarily green elements against you, and really strong ones at that, that can inflict status effects on you from the green elements. So Afraid and Poison, which can both be kind of bad. I mean, I guess Poison's not terrible, but Afraid can be pretty bad because then they can get extra crits on you. So if you're planning on fighting that boss, I'll let you know which one it is later on. Probably in the bonus episode, because that's when we'll be fighting it. But yeah, if you're planning on fighting them, it's probably a good idea to have at least one green brooch on you. Might not be a bad idea to get a green plate either, actually, which you can steal from the green dragon once you're fighting him here. But we will not be doing that because I don't need it, so... Oh, and remember also, if you want Sprig to get any of the doppelgangs here from any of the green innates, like Prey Mantis, that she has to be in Sprig form. in order to actually get the doppelgang from them. So if she is doppelganged into something else, she can't do that. So let's give you an electro bolt. Shove a lightning bolt up your ass, up your thorax. Nice. So speaking of which, let's let Sprig get the kill, because I don't even know what this thing does, so... I guess it stingers you. Ow! Well, that wasn't very nice. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, what can I have Sprig use to kill it? I mean, I guess I could have used Earthquake if I just 1-2'd again, but... that works. So the way that it works here on... oh, I should probably heal that poison. There's another Denaturite for us. The way that it works here on Gaia's Navel is that you want to start by basically just killing whatever enemies you come across. Eventually, I think if I remember correctly, you'll hear a roar in the jungle, and that's basically that roaring that we just heard when we got here. And it will... the enemy that we're talking about will spawn in this area, and you can come back here and beat it. It's not the green dragon, but it is an unwelcome guest in this area, so... okay, hold on. Oh, I see the problem. I need to go like this, and then like this, right? Yeah, there we go. I think it's random how many enemies you have to beat, though. I don't think there's a specific amount, so... but there's, I think, 4 screens here, so this is the first one, and then we'll just keep going until we trigger the next sequence. And we'll just do the same thing we just did, although I'll probably have Radius go instead of Sprig. She's actually starting to be not too bad with that Earring of Light, honestly. Like, she's got more HP now than Radius, which isn't really, like, a huge thing, but it's a pretty good amount, you know what I mean? Like, compared to the 296 that she has normally, that's pretty good. So. And eventually the stamina ring that we've got on her we could replace with something else. There's something else that would probably be a little bit better for her, but by the time we get to that point, I'm probably going to be done using Sprig. Sorry, I thought I just heard something tamping around out there. I'm not sure what the trigger is. Like, I think there's an audio cue basically that says, "Hey, so the monster is spawning over here," but I can't remember. The reason why I'm kind of trying to figure it out is because there might be a way for us to... I'm not sure if there's a mini-level in between, because the thing that we're going to fight, the mini-boss, that's not the... whatchamacallit? The mini-boss that we're going to fight, that's not the green dragon. It gives you a star level when you beat it. So there might be a way for us to keep fighting these enemies and get a mini-level in between that and the other one, but I'm not actually sure if that works, so... Hope you like seeing lightning bolts, though, because while we're here, we're probably going to be mostly using lightning bolts to beat these guys up. So. Might as well use these elements. I did bother with grabbing all of them. You know, on top of grabbing all the stone weaponry, but, you know. It all works. Oh, and I actually have on my list as well that... oh, hang on, I think that was it right there. Because I just heard that sound effect, so... Boy, it's a good thing we brought so many antidotes. They'll probably come in handy here. And we've got some Panaceas as well. Let's just see. Nope, nothing spawned yet. Alright. I don't know how far you have to walk to respawn the enemies around here, but I don't think you have to respawn anything to get the guy to show up, so... Yeah, I just heard it again there. That's down, I think, from here. So, I think if I remember right, there's a way to get up here? Somewhere. No? Huh. I could have sworn you could climb up on something to get up here. Well, I guess I'll just press against the wall until something happens. It doesn't look like anything's happening currently. Or do you have to get here? You know, I'm gonna go look at the map. Hold on. There is no shame in looking up the map when this is what you are seeing. I mean, again, like I said, every frame's a painting with a lot of these backgrounds, but without the Final Fantasy VII arrows, sometimes these PS1 graphics just mess with my brain and I can't tell what's what. It's like I lack depth perception or something. Alright, let's see here. So probably we could go, whatchamacallit? Yeah, maybe not on this side. Yeah, maybe we can go up. Or we could go to the left, I guess, because this whole place wraps around on itself. So we could go to the left instead of to the right, and then we can kind of loop our way in. Unless we could climb up on that tree somehow. I'm going to try that first, and then if we can't get up there, then I can... Oh, no, I see it. It's this vine. There's a vine right here. Hang on. I thought this was just background, but this is climbable, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that. That's my bad. I think, is there anything back here? A chest, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I didn't see that. And like I said, in Final Fantasy VII, this isn't a problem. I think in 8 and 9 they have it too. But they give you little pointers, like you can press the select button and it will point you to, like the exits will show up and then it'll have a little like pointer directly on top of you to show you where you are. So a lot of PS1 games that had these pre-rendered backgrounds had that sort of an effect just to ensure that way nobody gets lost. But yeah, it's not always there. And in this game, it's, as far as I know, it's not there at all. So there's nothing you can do about that. Jurassic Beat! Ah yes, I forgot. These guys, the ones that waste your time. I think that's Confusion that he just hit them with? Yes, because she's attacking on her own. So I guess it's a good thing that we have to actually beat all these enemies in order to make it anywhere here. But this is why I'm AoEing, because all they need to do is Jurassic beat the whole party, and they will be not very nice. That's the point. I don't think I can do anything else other than a yellow element, which you're resistant to, obviously. I guess I could use the level 3 tech. I guess at the very least they're only targeting Sprig right now, so that's not terrible. Obviously it's not the best, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. So, alright, give him a long shot. Did you say waste your time? Time to waste even more of your time, yeah. Yeah, that's the gist of these enemies. They are very keen to waste your time, you see. Just poke, I guess, because I don't have the stamina for this. Oh, thanks. Right, we'll just deal with it. It's fine. Thankfully, we got rid of most of them before they could, or at the very least, 2 of them decided to Jurassic beat exclusively Sprig. So at least it wasn't like, oh hey, we magma bursted your whole team, and now they're all confused and wandering around, and you can't do anything about it. So, but I suppose that's the silver lining, is if you need a lot of Denaturite, this is a good place to get it, because the enemies here drop a lot of Denaturite. So, alright, I'm just going to avoid that one, just because we probably don't have to fight him in order to get the next thing to spawn. Watch me absolutely need to fight him in order to get the next thing to spawn. But, yeah, we'll try it without it. I'm not really concerned about the treasure chests, honestly. Like, I think we've got pretty much all of the treasures that I actually care about getting that are in chests, except for rainbow shells. So, let me look at my list, actually. Oh, yeah. Let's see, that's from a quest, that's from a quest, that's from summoning, that's from a quest, so is that. That's from a quest, we make that. That's from a quest. That's a drop. And yeah, actually, yep. The only things that I need to get are from chests anymore are rainbow shells and one weapon, which is available in the... oh, well, prehistoric. Get the hell out of here. You think you can blend in with these friggin' praying mantises and get away with it? I don't think so. Yeah, but there's one chest with a weapon, and then the other chests that I actually want to get are the ones with just with rainbow shells. And other than that, I don't need any chests for the rest of the entire game. So, all right, we got him before he could Jurassic beat anybody. I'll get poisoned, but that's okay. I have plenty of antidotes and panaceas, and I have Purify as well if I need to use it. So I guess I could just do that. So if it's necessary. Earthquake a go-go. Yeah, I think this is the last major... Well, I guess the Water Dragon Isle still has enemies in it, but this is like the last major new dungeon that you have to do in order to get anything from the... whatchamacallit. So... from the... you don't have Purify. Oh, and you don't have Stamina, so let's just fix that. Yeah, so this is the last, like, major original dungeon that you'll need to do anything drastic in order to get them to... It's the okay, what am I trying to say? This is the last full dungeon. That's what I'm trying to say. The other places we've either been to, or it's just the boss. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And as a result of that, depending on how long it takes us to do the other couple of bosses today, we might actually get to the point where we can get our body back. We'll see. Let's see. Where's your Purify? Do you have it on level 1? You have it here. About here. No. Okay. Let's just get rid of that now, so we don't have to waste a whole bunch of healing elements to get rid of that. So I don't know how many antidotes I'll need to use before this is over. So let's just be careful with how many we have, you know. But yeah, if you need some Denaturite, this is, like I said, a great place to go get it. There's Denaturite in a bunch of the chests, and I think every chest on the island except for the Green Brooch is Denaturite, if I remember right. So there you go. And actually, it's funny because there's two Gaia's Navels. There's also the one in the other world. In the other world, every single chest is Denaturite. So that will give you a little bit of extra stone stuff, so you can make extra stone weapons and stone armor and all that other stuff if you want. But at the moment, I've got stone helmets and stone weapons, so I'm going to save my money and try to have enough to where I don't have to do any money grinding in order to get the rainbow weapons and armor that I need. We're going to be breaking up our rainbow equipment forging, though. We're going to forge the armor first. Normally you forge the weapons first, then the armor, but in this case we're going to forge the armor first, then the weapons, and that will allow us to have the armor, so I don't have to ever upgrade from the Mithril Vest. I can just keep the Mithril Vest until I get the Prism Vest, and then we can go from there. You have Revive, so just Purify. Oh, I used it on the wrong person. I was looking at the targeting reticle and it said Lynx, but I was looking at the wrong person. Okay, that's fine. We'll just get rid of you. And then we'll use an antidote instead. Like, I was looking down at the character's HP and everything, and I thought the reticle highlighting radius was still going to let us heal his poison with the Purify, but no, it was not. So if you want a bit of advice for coming here, it's probably a good idea to have a bunch of antidotes with you, just in case, because there's a bunch of enemies here that can poison you, so I can fight you from here, actually. Oh, and there's a save point, too, so there you go. It's like, wait, where'd you go? You, however, I know where you're gonna go. Alright, there we go. Just you? Alright, cool. Now, do I Purify myself and then Electro Bolt with Radius, or do I Electro Bolt and then Purify with Radius? I guess I could purify myself, actually, because then Radius can take care of the other stuff. So, I think he has enough magic power to do it. Guess we'll find out. Actually, probably Earthquake will deal more damage, but let's see how much Electro Bolt does, just for my own curiosity. I just realized I didn't purify myself, so hopefully it doesn't kill. It did not. Alright. Well, we're back at Lynx's turn anyway, so I'm not going to get punished for it, at the very least. Okay. Now I know for certain I'll purify myself, because I'm using it on the person that needs to be purified. Oh, my brain. I don't know where my brain is, but evidently it's not here today. I'm out of my mind. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep! Guess you get a few feathers here, too. I don't know where that prey mantis is getting feathers from, but... probably from eating something with feathers. Oh, okay, there's a chest down there. And I would get down there from here. I could probably run around that guy and grab his chest now that he's over here, but... You gotta be careful, though, because some of the chests around here, if you grab them, more pterodactyls will fly down and try to kill you. I was kind of hoping it was going to happen right there, to be fair. Like, then it would have been really funny, because I would have just, like, willed it into existence, but it didn't happen, so... That's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Alright, so now, let's see how long it's going to be before the enemies stop wasting my time and just try to fight me. Alright, and I think if you go this way, you can get back to this front entrance. Ah, nope, we're done. Okay, cool. Because you wouldn't get this, hey, why is it so quiet in here type of a thing, if he wasn't here. So, Leah, I was going to say, is your friend back? Oh, boy. Well, that dragon doesn't look green. Well, whatever he is, he's coming this way, so... He's in my way. The green dragon is behind him, and if we had gone that way, the green dragon wouldn't be accessible until we beat this guy, so... So we gotta beat him in order to proceed. Tyranno, which is supposedly sort of a reference to some of the reptites from Chrono Trigger. The whole gimmick of this island is basically that it's trapped in 65 million BC, even though it's 1020 AD in the game. So, I don't know how that happened, some sort of weird time paradox thing, but whatever. I think first things first, we get rid of the pterodact, and then we go after Tyranno after that. So let's do that and see how it works. And I think with that... You know, I'm just going to use Feral Cats, actually, because then we can get some damage off on both of them. I'm not really super concerned. If I remember correctly, Tyranno has like 1500 HP, so this shouldn't take too long to take care of. Not gonna lie, at first Tyranno's face looked more like a hippo's. You know, honestly, if he was a hippo, I might be more scared. Hippos are no joke. They will kick your ass. They do not give two fucks, and they will kill you. So, honestly, I would be a little bit more afraid if it was. Like, if it's a dinosaur, like, okay, I've handled dinosaurs before, but, you know. Alright, so we'll Doppelgang Lagoonate, and we should be able to actually use it to good effect here, because Tyranno shouldn't be dead before we can punch him in the face multiple times, and then just for kicks him. So... Of course, we also have to concern ourselves with our own HP values, but yeah, we can heal if we need to. As I say, I think Pterodactyl is almost through, so let's just get him through so that we can take care of you after that. And, well, Turn Yellow's not really going to help me for right now, and Sprig doesn't really need an Eagle Eye, so... Let's just do a little heal all. Let's just top everybody off. Alright, and Sprig's back at 7 stamina, so let's go nuts. And we'll go from there. By the way, if you beat a boss with a summon, because the field effect is pretty close to full green, if you beat a boss with a summon, you don't get a shiny material out of them. So, like, if you look back at Son of a Gun that we beat with the Frog Prince, we didn't get any shiny dew out of him. So, just in case you're thinking about doing that, that's why you don't want to do that. So, punch. Not bad, Sprig. Not bad at all. All right, maybe we get Weaken on him. Seems like a good idea. What, that's it? I mean, if that's all you want to do, that's fine, but... Yeah, definitely get Weaken on him, because he dodged like half of my arsenal there. I forget if he has any elements that he uses. He might, but... I don't know, I feel like his attack is probably the more important thing to deal with, so... Okay, there it is, Crunch Out. This might hurt a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. That's okay, though. Let's show him our own attacks. We could Aqua Ball, but I don't think Lagoonite has very good magic, so let's just kick him. We already kicked him 3 times. How about 4 more? Nice. That's not a huge chunk of damage, but I'll take it. And honestly, I think if Radius just keeps healing, I think we should be in good shape. He's almost done, so... Probably gonna need one of the bigger heals, or the Revive. Yeah, let's use Revive instead. How about that? This is why I keep Revive, because you never know when it'll come in handy. This is, of course... I mean, I didn't have to have Sprig do this. I could have had her go Torminator, and then she'd have a defensive... advantage against this guy, but I decided I would go hyper offense instead, and this is the result. But we got him, so that's the important part. I was like, do I do a 2 and heal? I was like, no, I'm pretty sure he's just about dead. But there's our 32nd star level, and I mean, that's not great, but that's fine. You've already got massive stats as it is, so. Sprig got more magic, that's good. I can't believe her resistance is almost as high as Surge's. And Radius has 25 magic as well, like that's just crazy. There's a resistance ring, so if you don't have enough of those at this point, you've got more now, so. Well, that takes care of that. Probably, I was going to say, Leah, that's probably the green dragon, but okay, I guess we're going straight to it. So maybe there's no mini level, because I think if it's going to take us straight there. Yeah. I think the implication here is that there's no mini level because they're going to lead you directly to him, so... But there might be. If there is, then I guess we're going to lose out on a few stats. Big deal. Any thoughts, little lady? No? Okay, there you go. Well, that's because the Tyranno was in the way. He looks so goofy. Sorry for waking you up, big guy. Tyranno was kind of keeping us from you, so... Yeah, if you've got the green relic, I wouldn't be bothered by the idea. I don't know, I feel like he'll probably be pretty fine. Like, we've got the calming, benevolent music going on in the background. We beat the Tyranno up, so now he can actually sleep if he wants to. Maybe he'll be friendly. Or maybe he won't. Well, I mean, he is from basically 65 million BC. It's kind of hard to fault him. So now we have to fight the green dragon. So this is where the turn yellow is going to come into play. So that's the plan. I wonder what I should do with Sprig, honestly. Like, I wonder if I should turn her into Fossicker, maybe? If I remember correctly, this guy doesn't do a whole ton of, like, actual attacking unless the whole field gets green, so... Obviously, we want to do something about that, because the field's pretty close to green right now, but that's why we'll have Radius poke a little bit until he can turn yellow. He's also got Bad Breath, which is... apparently does nothing except turn the field all green, but we'll fix that in just a second. I could summon Sonya right now, but it wouldn't do very much damage because he's, well, the green dragon, so... We gotta be a little careful, though, because... Well, Eagle Eye is also green, so that's probably a case to bring Draggy instead, because then we could use 99, but that's fine. It'll be fine. Or I could just, you know, get interrupted immediately. I mean, if we get poisoned or something, I'll just heal it later. Okay, well, we're cursed now, so that's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but, you know, I can fix that as we speak. I can just go over here and click Purify. Like I said before, this does not cure the turn yellow. That will stay until it goes away with time, so don't worry about accidentally doing that. It's not like Dispel, where you can dispel some of your positive statuses as well. And when I say dispel, I mean dispel in like other Final Fantasy games. So, and I also got to watch because Sprig could, if she doppelgangs, that also turns the field green. So I got to watch for that too. But we can probably do a little bit without that. Honestly, she's probably pretty okay in terms of tanking damage if she wasn't doppelganged. But let's try Fossicker. How about that? We'll just see how it works out. Did I grab? No, I didn't grab anything else for her from Earth Dragon Isle. Well, if I had Rockroach, I'd probably be more inclined to do that, but let's just grab Fossicker and see how it works. Watch me have to use Revive here, too, because she just gets flattened. It's too bad I can't use his bombs, but, you know. Alright, what do we got here? You've got... I think that's anti-yellow, because it's not showing up in the corner there. And Lynx is still out, so we can't tell what that is, but... So I guess no more turn yellow for me after this, unless I heal this, which I guess I can, in fact, do. So. Alright, so the field is back to all green. So, again, as long as you get rid of that, he will mostly just spend his time spamming Bad Breath if you get rid of that, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. It seems like he's getting quite a few turns, though. So. What can I use instead? I guess I can purify whatever you've got going on. You've got anti-blue. That's not even going to be a big deal. You're fine. I'd like you to purify your anti-yellow, actually, because turn yellow will still be very useful over the course of the fight. So. Yeah, I was going to say, you can't purify turns, but you... Oh, you have the flu. Okay, that's probably fine. That's just going to reduce your stamina recovery. But you've still got turn yellow on, so... We'll try to heal that after this. Green field, huh? So yeah, he'll keep trying to turn the field fully a color in order to make himself able to do more things, but we should, okay, I was gonna say, we should be able to fix that by just whacking him, but he's very fast, apparently, because I'm doing exactly 6 stamina, and he's doing that. I'm glad I had the Earring of Light on, because holy shit, that would have killed Sprig in one hit. You lost your turn yellow, actually, so let's fix that real quick. I should also probably think about healing, so let me do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. You're at level 6, so let's do a big heal. I've got a +1 recover all, so let's do that. Push as much of this green off the field as we can so he wastes his time doing something else instead. Alright, you've still got poison and the flu, so I probably should purify you. Nice, not bad. So it's more of an annoying fight than anything else, really. It's just kind of... How many status ailments can you deal with? That's basically the gist of the whole fight, so... okay, so now... And as long as you can manage the amount of green... No, not Glide Hook. I clicked down. Purify yourself, please. Yeah, as long as you can manage the amount of green on the field, it should be fine. You know, like you shouldn't have too many problems if that's the case. So. Alright, so you're poisoned, which is a bit of a problem, but we can probably handle that. And you have, it looks like... I can't tell if that's anti-yellow or anti-white. It's anti-white, because you would be able to cast those, so... That's fine. We can just, I guess, use Heal All, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but, you know. There's green field again. But I could always turn yellow and just get rid of that immediately, so. Or I could Electro Bolt, just get a little damage off. Why not? Generally speaking, like I said, I don't think he casts too many carnivores if the field isn't entirely green, so. Alright, so I'll cast a low res in a minute if I'm alive at the end of this. I was gonna say, oh, he didn't interrupt me, but nope, he definitely did. So it's really just a long fight where you just have to micromanage. Okay, do I have the field up? I wonder if No, actually, if I remember correctly, bosses are immune to all these antis, but I was going to say, I wonder if anti-green would work pretty well on him, but I don't think it would. Low res will work on him, though. So let's give that a shot. There we go. That'll break up the field effect. Now you can come in and do a couple of things like this. Get interrupted, because of course I will. More bad breath. I think I'm going to heal, though, and then I'll have... I think Radius has got at least one more Purify, so he can fix that. It looks like he's got anti-yellow and anti-white now, so maybe he can't fix that. But we can heal with Surge, so let's just do that. Top everybody off. Like, I don't even care about getting poisoned, honestly. Most of the status ailments, I don't really... It doesn't really matter too much. Sprain, okay, I should probably heal that. Because Sprain is... Well, maybe not, no, because it's not burns. I think this just reduces physical attack power, which, I mean, we're already not doing very much physical damage anyway with Radius, because he's green and the enemy's green, so... But yeah, so I hope you don't mind the boss fight being extremely annoying, because that's just the gist of this fight in a nutshell. It's just, hey, so, do you like status effects? No? Well, fuck you then. And I mean, you can deal with some of the status effects as well, because you could equip the Star Fragment, which gives you resistance to the primary 4 status effects of the game. Sprain, Curse, or not Curse, Sprain, Burns, Poison, and Flu. But that doesn't help you against Curse or the Antis or anything like that, so... I'm just going to poke him until he falls over. That's all I'm going to do. He's got a lot of HP, but we will eventually get him. It just takes a while, that's all. Oh, no. Toxic Breath. What will I do? I already purified. Oh, no, I didn't. You had just had anti-white up. Okay, that's fine. I used that Purify, though, so we've got what? We might have 2 Purifies left to use, so I'll just keep that in mind. Yeah, don't know what those are, but here you go. Could also equip some Panaceas or Antidotes or any of that sort of stuff for this one. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be here a while. Unfortunately, that is the case, yep. But we're getting pretty good damage off on him. I mean, 360 damage at a pop ain't bad, so... We've got some good resistances because we've got 2 green and 8 characters in the party with us as well, so that helps a little bit. I could weaken him. I'm just going to use one of these little limp dick recoveralls. That's good enough. We don't need much. It ain't much, but it's honest. 2 3s. You got any 3s, Green Dragon? Go fish. Well, that's upsetting. You don't have another low res, do you? No, but you still have that anti-green. What's down here, anyway? Upheaval. Oh, another turn yellow. Yeah, I forgot about that. I gotta remember that I have that, because on your next turn, it's probably a good idea to use that. I'll just use Earthquake. I don't think your magic is particularly good enough for this to do good damage, but on Fossicker anyway. But I'll try. There you go. Yeah, your magic is just not gonna cut it for that one. So... Build the element power up, get interrupted, and then push some green off the field by... I can't purify anymore with Radius, but I can probably, I don't know, use a Recover All or something. Do I need it? I don't really need it. Electro Bolt it is. Probably just Curse on Lynx there, because that seems to be a recurring theme here. Oh no, it's Darkness. Well, that's even worse, because now I have to deal with not being able to hit the broadside of a barn. So, there's green field again. We can fix that in a second. I guess I could purify myself and get rid of the darkness, though, if I remember correctly. I have at least 1 left somewhere. No, apparently not. Okay, gotta break up the field before Carnivore comes out, so I guess I'll just Electro Bolt. He looks, I was gonna say, he looks like he's getting upset over here. I don't know if that's because he's almost done, or if that's just because this is a stance that he takes when he greenfields a bunch. I don't know. Well, he's back to this now. Poison and curse. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. So, let's go all the way down. I don't know why I went down to the left like this. I could have just pressed right once and been fine. Give you a turn yellow, and hope that you can actually hit things next turn, because the darkness has not gone away yet, and I don't think we can fix it yet. Maybe Radius has got one left. I don't know. I haven't been keeping count. But I do need to use something to break up the green field, because he really, really wants to use Carnivore on you. Like this is no longer an option for him. He's just like, nope, you got to use it. I will keep doing this over and over again until you run out of patience for this shit. I'm just gonna upheaval. Yeah, so that panting that he's doing, the heavy panting, seems to be just because the field was fully green, so he was planning on doing something bad, but, well, planning and doing are two different things, so... Oh, I hit one. Nice. I wonder if Sprig has any doppelgangs that have Purify. Probably not, but it would have worked out pretty nicely if they did. I wonder how this fight works out in speedruns. I've never looked it up because, like, it's never really anything that I'm particularly like, well, you know, I'm concerned about whether or not I'll do this fight well, you know, because it's just like, no, it's literally just this until he falls over. But I wonder if it's like you have to worry about a lot of RNG when you're doing a fight like this in a speedrun, because it's just like, oh, I got the wrong status effects. This is not a PB split. This is a... What's the opposite of a gold split? That's what this is. But we got him, and we got the 33rd star level, so that is good. Got more strength, got, excuse me, up to 20 magic resistance. Sprig got a little more HP. Radius got more strength. I'll take it. And for defeating the green dragon, we get the level 8 green element spell, Genie, which means that both of the green element spells are female, some sort of spirit. So, I don't know what that says about Radius, but, I mean, he's only one of many green innates, so... What the hell is going on that there's so many cop cars outside in the neighborhood? I don't think I want to know. A reset is what that is. Yeah, and that's the problem, right? Is because that reset happens, like, 4.5 hours in. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. So... It's become a bit of a trend, yeah. It can be. That particular fight was not fun. Okay, sure, why not? Well, maybe. I mean, it depends on if your father is here or if he's somewhere else, but... Okay, fair enough. How are you going to get back to the village if you don't know where it is? Well, I was going to say, maybe we'll figure that out as we go. And as a result of fighting and defeating the green dragon, Leah will officially join them party. So there you go. Now you can use her. Basically, before this, if you were to use her, she would leave your party if you left Gaia's Navel, but now that she's in your party permanently, she won't leave your party, even if you leave Gaia's Navel. She'll come with you. So, how do we do on our levels there with everybody? You have 38 resistance. That's obscene. Where are you getting all this defense from, Norris? Oh my lord, you have more than Draggy. And you have more HP, too, somehow. What the hell? That's not how that's normally supposed to happen. Draggy's got 23 magic, though, so he's halfway to his maximum, and that is real nice. Alright. So that's the green dragon taken care of. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So, you see how we're just walking? It's not because I'm holding down the circle button. It's because we have the sprain status. So if you are sprained, you can't run outside of battle. And that's if anyone in the party is sprained. It isn't just party leader, it's anybody. So it would be kind of funny if it was like specific to certain characters. Like, oh, well, Radius has a sprained leg, so everybody else is running while he's just kind of like, wait for me! But maybe that would be a little mean, so I don't know. All right, Leo, we're going to catch a ride on the Wingipede, so come along and grab hold when you're ready. And then we will move on to Water Dragon Isle. That is our next destination. And probably we can fight the enemies there in order to get our mini level, I think. Should be able to do it that way, I believe. But yeah, just kind of somewhere near this rock and the Wingipede will come down and grab you, so. He'll also, like, you know, appear to not have depth perception properly because he just sort of, like, he didn't glitch through the floor, but the pre-rendered background came back to bite him, so. Have you ever tried to run with a sprained ankle? I have, yes, because I sprained my ankle when I played soccer back in high school. It's not a whole lot of fun. Just walking is not a whole lot of fun, so yeah, definitely not a good time. Yeah, so there goes the ancient fruit. So if you want to go back, now Leah is in your party, so like if you use the teleporter, she'll just come with you in your party, so you don't have to go back there every time you want to grab her. You can just, there we go. You just go to the teleporter and grab her, but, because, yeah, see, there she is down there. So, but we don't need to do that because she's fine the way she is. I'm gonna need some turn reds. I think we used Draggy and Norris for the first two dragons, so let's use Sprig and Radius for these two dragons as well. So allocate a couple of elements. We'll put Inferno on this time instead of Earthquake, and we'll put some turn reds on, and then that should be good for the Water Dragon. I'm kind of looking forward to going back and seeing the big guy because, or I don't know, big guy, big gal. Don't know which is which in that case, and don't think I want to know, but kind of looking forward to seeing them again because, I don't know, they were kind of just hanging out, and they were probably the most, like, benevolent of the dragons that we've seen so far. I mean, the Yellow Dragon was pretty good as well, but now the Water Dragon is the one that we not only know already, but has also already given us a blessing, just wasn't their blessing to get into the Sea of Eden, so. Kind of looking forward to going back there. So let's go see if we can get back there. And like I said, there's, I think there's new enemies in there now that the dwarves are gone. So we're gonna find out, aren't we? Oh, did I give Radius and Inferno? I don't think I did. And you know, we have enough Infernos where I can probably just give Surge a few as well. So let's do that. Yeah, I need to switch these out for Magma Bursts and stuff as well, so let's do that. While we're at it, let's see. This is level 4, so Magma Burst, Fire Pillar. We're gonna need quite a few Fire Pillars for one of the super bosses later, but we'll worry about that when we actually get to the super boss. We're not there yet. So, Fire Pillars for you. Go. And Magma Bursts. Specifically Fire Pillars. We could use Magma Bursts as well, instead of using the, whatchamacallit? Instead of using, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so specifically Fire Pillars because Magma Bursts inflict the Confused status. You don't want to use that, on the super boss, because then if the super boss gets confused, which there's a very low chance of it happening, but they can still get confused, and if they do, well then it's not very easy to manage the fight, because then they're just attacking wildly. They could hit themselves, they could do something stupid, or they could whack you upside the head for massive amounts of damage that you can't deal with at the moment, so it just kind of depends on the situation. Mini level. Actually, let's bring Draggy and Norris in before the fight. Before, like, we get to the boss fight, and then we'll bring in Sprig and Radius for the boss fight. That way, Draggy and Norris can deal with the, like, the enemies that we're fighting along the way. And then, with AoE attacks, and then we can bring in Sprig and Radius for when the actual boss fight comes along. So, do a couple of little battles just to kind of work our way towards the mini level before we go there. Because I don't know exactly how many enemies there are on Water Dragon Isle, so I'm just gonna, you know, try to make it so that I have the best chance I can get, you know. And when we go back to the other world, I think I mentioned this already, but there's one little thing that we can go get. Well, we're not going to be able to get anything on the Water Dragon Isle in another world just yet, but there is something that we can go check on while we're there that will eventually turn into a reward, but we can't get the reward until we get our body back. So, just like a lot of the things right now, even though we have access to most of the features of the game, we don't gain access to all of the good stuff until our body is back in working order. Because, you know, I mean, before it was, okay, well, you don't have your body, so you can't get across the divide between dimensions, even though that seems to have solved itself. Now it's, oh, you can't get what you want to get because the bartender is racist, or the people in Marble just won't finish rebuilding until you get your body back anyway, because of, you know, that's the flag. The flag is, get your body back, they're done rebuilding, so. It's like, okay, well, that seems a little more petty than the other reasons. I don't know. But anyway, we'll save over on Water Dragon Isle, and then we will go after. I wonder if the water's still there. Like, we'll have to do the lily pad puzzle again. It's not really a puzzle. It's just, hey, pick a direction. But maybe doing that directly after having to fight the green dragon, which was a snore fest, and effectively was just, how many purifies can you load into your element list, the boss fight? Having to do a little puzzle like that might be not the best idea, but I don't know. I'm equal to the challenge, so hopefully all of you are as well. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah, the lily pads are still here. That's cool. It would be nice, though, if there was just like a new lily pad right here or something, like right at the beginning of the area, that would just take you directly to the like where you need to go, you know, like it would just take you directly across to the save point there. That would be a nice little quality of life feature, but I mean, it's a PS1 game, so I might be asking for a lot. But yeah, see, nothing to it. Oh, and actually the fun thing is that because we're not Surge right now, the fairies here probably won't be pissed at us, I would think, because if they are still pissed at us, that would mean that they would be able to see Surge's soul within Lynx's body, which, I don't know, has anything been able to do that? I guess, actually, if I remember correctly, the sages in Guldov can do that. The sage that's there, but other than that, I mean, that makes sense. She's like a shaman, you know what I mean? So she'd be able to see that, but... Well, I will, just as soon as I get the blessing, so. Nothing. Sometimes these things just happen. I'm sorry it happened, but you've done nothing to deserve it. The universe does not have that kind of karma going for it. Things just happen, okay? So. Ah, more Lagunates. Okay, well. I think if I remember correctly, the enemies in here can drop some cure-alls as well, although I think they're rare drops. But yeah, if you missed the Lagunates or the Manta Rays in Marble because you didn't do the quest, you can get them here too. Oh, Draggy, you gotta hit those. I want to use Big Breath. Now I gotta use Cough Mix, which is fine. Just not quite as much damage. Norris will have to pick up the slack. I gotta tell you, these Manta Rays have got some kind of face, that's for sure. Oh, he's still alive, okay. Well, if you're gonna do, I was gonna say any damage at all, it's gonna be to you, but apparently these guys are a little stronger than the other ones, because that was actually quite a large amount of damage compared to what was done previously. That wasn't, but, you know. Back in Marble, they were doing like single-digit damage, so. Yeah, damage like that, actually. Alright, Sun Shower go-go. Yeah, this is kind of the bread and butter in terms of the way that this team works. It's basically, okay, so the 5 that I've got working in terms of the teams here, so... You know, Surge is always here, obviously, but then Draggy and Norris can do AoE. They've got that covered, so even if their, you know, enemies resist their element, they still deal lots of damage with either Feral Cats or Luminaire, depending on whether Surge has his body or not. And then Sprig and eventually Lena, and Sprig/Lena eventually, because I'm going to replace Sprig with Lena when we get Lena back, because she's, I mean, as she showed us before Fort Dragonia, she's basically also a protagonist of the game. She's also the protagonist. So, can't really, you know... Oh, I guess these guys respawn real quick. Alright, well, if I need to, I can always do that for mini levels. But yeah, so... her and Radius can do single target stuff, and they've both got good healing, because blue and green innates have good healing capabilities. So, they get all the good healing spells besides white innates. So. Which we'll have, because, you know, Surge will have the white innate, and so then we'll have the white, blue, green team. White, blue, green is actually a very good defensive combination of elements. It does pretty well for you, no matter what situation you're in, unless it's like a combination of like enemies that have the exact opposite of those colors. But usually you can get away with it pretty easily. So, do I? Because I'm about to big breath these guys, and I don't know if they're gonna. I think they should probably fall over dead from just that. So let me poke once and then go back to Draggy and big breath. Just so that I can recover all after this if needed. In case we kill them right now, which is distinctly possible. Yeah. Because Big Breath do damage. If I gave him a Magic Seal, it would do even more. But, I mean, he's got a Dragoon's Honor, so that's good enough for a little bit. And, yep, that did in fact heal everybody all the way to full. So good. It looks like there's quite a few enemies in here, so it shouldn't be too hard to get to the mini level before we go there. And they respawn when you go out here, so that's actually also kind of nice. Nothing over here, though. I think we got, actually, because I think, did we come here? I think we came here. Yeah, it was this island specifically that we came to in order to take care of the dwarves before with Kid and the party. So, since we came here, we should pretty much have most of the treasures already. I think the only one we didn't get was the scaly dress, which I think is down here. Not on this screen, but I think it's on the next one, so... We can go that way in a sec. Nothing behind this waterfall, though, right? Nope. Okay. Oh, good. 2 Lagunates and 2 Manta Rays. That's great. Alright, now, again, Draggy, you gotta hit those, brother! Cough Mix can only do so much! I'll probably have Lynx do Feral Cats, actually, and then we can clean up with Norris. I think that should be pretty good. So, let's do that instead. And send you to the Great Beyond fairly quickly. Nope, okay. Do it that way. No? Okay, well. You must have been leaning over at the exact, like, top pinnacle of your low HP. Or being low on HP, I guess I should say. Feral Cats or Inferno? I'll try Inferno, I'll see how much it does compared to Feral Cats. It's one of those things, though, is that it seems like a lot of the elements, even at the same level of the text just do more damage even if you hit a weakness in most cases. Although I think that did a little more, so... I think that did a little bit more than Feral Cats would have done. I feel like Feral Cats would have done about 250, so... And sniped! Go by. God, the plasma pistol's so nice. You know what I do wish, though, is because it's like an alien weapon, and, I mean, the shockwave gun that Starkey comes in with also is an alien weapon. I wish they had different sound effects, but the sound effects of the gun seem to be locked to the character rather than... Like, the plasma pistol and the shockwave gun will have alien blaster-sounding sound effects, but only if Starkey equips them. When Norris equips them, they'll always sound like flintlocks, which is what he's normally using. Those are the earth-bound weapons. No pun intended. But, like, the gun that he had was kind of, when he started, was like a flintlock, so... Oh, there's the mini-level, and Draggy got strength and magic. Norris got more resistance. Honestly, where Norris is now in terms of his stats is fine. Like, 20 magic is good enough, and that's really the only thing I need him to get anything of. Like, having extra strength wouldn't be bad for him, but really his magic is the main stat I care about, and getting it to 20. I mean, that's 25 with the magic seal, and then with the Dragoon's Honor, it's at 26. Eventually, we'll be able to get it all the way to 28 because of, you know, being able to get a better accessory for him, so, yeah. And since we got the mini level, let's bring in Sprig and Radius while we're here at the save point. And then we can go grab the scaly dress from in that cave down here, where that Lagoonate is currently blocking. And once we have that, we can go... Okay, big crabs. We'll take care of the crabs too while we're at it. I could probably clear the enemies out with Draggy and Norris and then go back to the save point and grab Sprig and Radius, but I might just keep them, honestly, now that they're here. I mean, why go back and forth and do all that work, you know? Seems like a lot. Okay, Magma Burst you then. Get some extra damage. I guess Radius got some good HP because, or maybe Sprig got bad HP because I was going to say, he's back on top there in terms of his HP values, so... Okay, that's fine. And another kick. I could Inferno right now, but I need some stuff for HP as well, so let's do that. Let's just get a little of this. There we go. Back to Sprig, Inferno it up, and then off we go. They may be big crabs, but they're not giant enemy crabs. That's true. Hopefully they still have weak points that I can attack for massive damage, because... I mean, otherwise I don't know how we're breaking through them. Those carapaces are pretty hard. Alright, so there's their boosts. Sprig got more strength and resistance, that's fine. I don't think Radius is going to get... He'll get extra magic resistance, which will mean he'll be tied with Surge now, which is good. But I don't think he's going to get anything particularly good from this next level, so... Oh, an Inferno Trap, thanks. It's not like every enemy that could use Inferno I've already beaten. This chest is empty now. I didn't know it was empty now. Okay, well, I guess it empties out after you come here, so... That's unfortunate. Bit of a shame. But yeah, I believe these guys can drop cure-alls as well. Or maybe they're a rare steal. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. You can get them from them somehow, and I think if you just kind of go in and out of the dungeon, you can respawn these side steppers, so... It's not too hard to do, and it's a pretty good reward if you have a good chunk of blue innates that you want to use. I myself am good. We already got 3 cure-alls from the Spearfishers in the second Viper Manor infiltration, so... Yeah, that's good. Is it worth it having Sprig add this to her list? I might, just for the hell of it. We did add the Prey Mantis to the list, so why not, you know? Might as well. I can't believe you didn't interrupt me at all before the end of this fight. But yeah, they're not quite as tough as the robots in Fort Dragonia, so I think I may have talked them up. I mean, again, to be fair, they didn't interrupt me, but I may have talked them up a little bit more than they actually are, so... A little extra... Oh, there's a cure-all. Okay, good. No, again, I don't know if that's a... I think that's actually a common drop, so... You know, there you go. And you're going to fight one guaranteed, because you have to fight this one in order to get into the Water Dragon's room, so... I guess you get one, as long as it drops it, I guess. Oh, and he's here with some Manta Rays, too. Alright, cool. Just do what we did, basically. Get there, and then send an Inferno their way. I'll have Radius do this next Inferno, I think. That way Sprig doesn't have to do it and get, like, all the excess from the Manta Rays, because we don't need her Doppelgang list populated by things I'm never going to use, you know? So. Although, to be fair, After this, we're going to be fighting the water dragon like in about 2 minutes. So beyond to this point, there's 2 boss fights basically. We don't need to do any dungeons to get to the black dragon. We don't need to do any dungeons to get to the sky dragon. It's just go to the location, fight the boss, and you're done. So really beyond those, the next 4 bosses, Sprig probably won't be used quite as much because just won't need her anymore once we get Lena back. She's had a good run though. I think I've done a pretty good job of kind of demonstrating all the different things you can do with Sprig. So, and to be fair, Sprig will still be better than Lena for a little bit because she. I guess we're gonna get Manta Ray after all because she's got to poke these guys because nobody else has the stamina. Well, no, I guess now Lynx does. Okay. Yeah, to be fair, I think we've done pretty good with her though. It's kind of shown off a few things you can do with her that maybe other people haven't shown off because most people drop her after a certain point because they don't want to do the work, which is fine. You know, she takes more work than most characters do to set up. Most of the characters in this game, you can set them up very easily. But, yeah, you know, I don't mind putting in the little extra work. It's kind of, as I said before, it's kind of like using Gao in Final Fantasy VI, and I put in the work for Gao, so. Yes, ma'am, that's true. So let's get ready to fight them. Them, I should say. I don't know what they are. I think some of the dragons are male, some are female, but I don't think they ever explicitly tell you which ones are which. So, what am I going to have you do for this fight, Sprig? Am I going to have you go Torminator? I mean, it would get strength in, which wouldn't be bad. I'd probably do Diminish first for you, because then you can kind of sit in Torminator without taking too much damage, and I won't have to heal too much. So I think we'll do that. Let's go save, though, before we do it, just so that way I've got the little spot. To be fair, though, it doesn't matter. We could just run away if things go south, but, you know. Also, might not be a bad idea to equip some medicine or something on our level 2. Just put 5 there for you and 5 there for Radius, just for the hell of it. In case the flu starts going around in the party and we don't have enough. I probably should have done that for the other dragons too, like maybe put Panaceas on for the green dragon because of all the excess status ailments that can be thrown around there. So, but I didn't think about it, so there you go. Okay, down we go. Let's go fight the 4th of 6 dragons, and then, like I said, it'll be a quick turnaround for dragon number 5 and dragon number 6. So probably what I'll do is I'll just go to Cape Howl and Lizard Rock to get the many levels, because it's going to be such a quick turnaround, and we don't have to fight anything on the way there. We just go to another world and then go straight to Marble, and then go straight to the Sky Dragon Isle, and that's it. So. Can I approach you on the day this time? Yes, I can. Good to see you again. Ah, so you already know why I'm here. Okay. I seek your blessing. Yes, I do, actually. It's funny, I think the yellow dragon also said the same thing. You guys must be cut from the same cloth. I guess that makes sense. They're all dragon gods of El Nido, after all, so... they would be pretty similar. Alright, time to fight Frog Dragon. I still think this design is so damn cool. It's just so derpy looking. It's just so different from what you'd expect a dragon would look like, you know? So I get a kick out of it. So. Alright, no interrupt, so let's get Diminish going. And then we'll go Torminator with Sprig's next turn. We'll get a turn red up on Lynx, and then we'll go from there. So. There's the interrupt. Man, already getting some good damage out, but that's okay. That's why we have the Earring of Light to give Sprig a little insurance policy. At least we know the Water Dragon isn't quite as fast as the Green Dragon was. Because that Green Dragon was interrupting me all the time. Like, hey, do you want more bad breath? No, I would not. Okay, you get more bad breath. Maybe I shouldn't have said no, I do not. Then maybe he wouldn't have bad breathed me so much. By the way, there's a side quest that you could have done at this point. Like, if you followed the note that was in Viper Manor to go and take care of the thing on the Isle of the Damned in another world, and you brought Karsh along, there's a side quest that you can do associated with that, and by the end of that chain, you could have gotten a monstrously powerful weapon for Surge that you can actually even equip as Lynx, and it would absolutely trivialize every single one of these dragon fights. It's one of the reasons why I didn't get it, is because I said, no, I'd rather these fights be at least as challenging as they can be, you know? So I said, no, let's not do that. Yeah, but you could do it if you so chose. I chose not to. Let's see. Terminator, there you are. Alright, let's see how the big ox does against the big frog dragon. I'm probably going to get, like, iceberged or deluged at some point, but that's okay. We've got to revive if we need it, so... in Radius, I might just have you heal, honestly. I feel like that would probably... Oh, no, hang on. I should have you attack because I did a 2-2-3, so... There we go. Good. Tsunami Beam. Okay, well, that might be a little bit more problematic, but I do have Diminish on, so this should be okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It sounded a lot worse than it actually was. Alright, anyway. Beat him up. See how much 3 does. Okay. It's pretty respectable damage. I mean, I probably should have strengthened myself, but, you know, it's fine. You know what, let's have Lynx do this, because then I can do a 2-2-2 and heal. So that we maximize the use of turn red, you know? There's Deluge. I had a feeling it was coming in eventually. Let's see how much this does against Torminator with Diminish up. Okay, that's fine. And then we can heal. I'll do this one. We'll need a little bit of extra juice on this heal, so here we go. Maybe the speedrun gets the weapon to expedite the dragon fight, so you don't know how long it takes to get it. Honestly, I think the speedrun does get the weapon as early as possible, because it expedites the other fights so much that you probably save time just from doing that. I mean, you go out of your way to go get it, but it probably only takes about 25 minutes to get the... Yeah, I think so. I think it only takes about 25 minutes, 30 minutes total, to, like, if you're hurrying to get the weapon, and you save that much time or more in the process of getting the weapon. So it's because it just trivializes basically the rest of the entire game. So it's that kind of a super weapon. Yeah, charge we don't need right now. I'll do a strengthen first. Get your strength up. We'll let Radius do a turn red, another one, because we don't have it, so... Although I think you're slumped over already, so this might almost be over. This is why I don't use Diminish too much, though, because, I mean, I used it here because Sprig would just be on the floor if I didn't, but, like, I try not to use it too much because the boss fights aren't particularly hard even without it, you know? So, like, I'm not using up all my buffs in the process. So I kind of want to try to make the fights a little more challenging, so... Do I regret using Diminish here? No, not really, but it probably would have been a little bit more tricky if I hadn't used it, you know what I mean? I would have had to be a little more careful in terms of, okay, well, I guess I gotta heal a little more or anything like that, but... Actually, probably here's what I would have done, is if I hadn't used Diminish, instead of going Torminator, I would have gone Lagoonate and just turn redded Lagoonate. That's the gist of it. So it would have been like with White Knight, except instead of, you know, doing turn white on White Knight to get to do lots of damage to black innate enemies, I would have just gone to blue innate and gotten turn red up so we could deal massive damage that way. So I guess you either get it one way or you get it the other, you know, so. Alright, well, not a great level for Radius, but the HP's nice, so I'll take that. And for defeating the Water Dragon, he'll give you another summon, this time the level 8 blue innate summon, Blue Whale. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will use it wisely. This is the second time you're putting your trust in me, so I will not let you down. And there's the blue relic. Okay. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I should probably heal the flu. I don't even remember what the flu does, to be honest. I don't think it does anything particularly nasty, because if it did, I would have actually seen it in the battle and been concerned about it. But nope, didn't really have to worry about that part. So, all right, take the medicine off so I can use it, and then we'll go from there. You still got the flu, okay. Should I buy more of this stuff? No, I don't think I really need it all that badly right now because we're fighting black innate and white innate. I guess I could get, do I not have whiteout and blackout? I don't think I got whiteout and blackout. Those are the ones that heal the, whatchamacallit, white and black innate status effects. So cursed and darkness are healed by blackout, and then fatigue and what's the other one? Oh, and it also heals anti-black and anti-white. I don't remember what the other one is for white innate, but it heals it too. So, all right, might as well fight these guys on our way out. Start working on the mini levels a little bit since the turnaround is so quick after this one. So, just for the hell of it, we'll fight them. Got a sidestep and a lagoonade, huh? All right, go to the lagoonade first. I don't know, these level 2 attacks are working out pretty nicely. Honestly, it's just kind of, it gives you a decent amount of accuracy to the point where you don't have to worry too much about it missing most of the time, but it's also strong enough to where it actually makes a difference. We're doing triple-digit damage with it, so it's working out pretty well. I don't think I had Sprig kill one of these yet, so what the hell. Wait, hold on. For healing purposes. There we go. Alright, now Sprig. Now you can Inferno the sidestepper. There we go. And we could find out what all these doppelgangs do. If you're interested in figuring out what a doppelgang does before you actually go and get it, like before you go to the trouble, you can look on the Chrono wiki. Actually has halfway decent lists of what, and I think there's an FAQ on GameFAQs as well that has a halfway decent list that describes all of the skills that are on the element grid of the doppelgangs that you can get. So that's not bad. That should help out a little bit, you know, in terms of allowing you to see what they do before you bother having Sprig. Oh, I must have passed it up. Having Sprig do the final blow. So, though to be fair, I mean, it's not like she's really falling that far behind in terms of everybody else for stats. Like, I mean, she's got almost as much strength as Radius does, and she actually has more magic and resistance than he does. A little less magic resistance, but it's not like she's... Like, I feel like a lot of people don't want to put in the work with Sprig because they think that she's pretty weak outside of, you know, her doppelgangs. And, I mean, her HP does leave something to be desired, but it can be kind of, like, taken care of via the earrings that you can give her. It doesn't completely shore up her weakness, but it does get rid of a good chunk of it. So I feel like that kind of helps a little bit, you know. So, who do I want to fight the Black Dragon? I don't think it matters too much. Probably Sprig and Radius again, though, because I can do the strat I just talked about, where I do turn white with White Knight. So maybe I'll just do that. I don't know why I always scroll down to the second Inferno for some reason. I think it's like my brain is thinking to scroll down to Feral Cats, but obviously I don't have to, so. Because we don't need to use Feral Cats in this particular case. Let's hit the other one as well with a 1-2. There we go. And now we Inferno. Okay, and now we don't have to worry about Sprig killing them, although I think I already killed a manta ray with Sprig, so it's probably in her list anyway. Man, Surge is going to have like 500 HP by the time we get him back into his own body. That's pretty good. Should work out pretty nicely for him. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do now that we've defeated all the Lagunates and stuff on the way up here, is I'm going to exit the cave and then re-enter it just to see if these guys respawn. Because if they do, then hey, you know, go nuts with trying to get the sidesteppers to drop cure-alls, because you don't have to worry about them not respawning like the ones in the El Nido Triangle. There's sidesteppers in the El Nido Triangle in this world, I think, if I remember. No, not this world, in another world. Because eventually, in the other world, you'll be able to enter the El Nido Triangle just the same as you did here. So, you can take advantage of that there. But if they don't respawn, it's kind of hard to take advantage of it, obviously. But I'm not really super concerned about that because, like I said, we got enough cure-alls. We have 4 now, so like I don't even think I'm going to need that many, honestly. I feel like 1 or 2 is enough. So. Okay, not quite the mini level yet, but that's okay. And I didn't get a chance to heal because I didn't have any elements left over because I wasn't thinking. That's okay. I can just top off with a capsule. So. This is why I always try to have a little bit of element power at the end of a fight, though, because having to go into the menu, go all the way into your elements, and scroll down to the capsule every single time you want to heal after a fight it's a pretty tedious process, you know? So, like, I try to have the element power so that way it just does the healing for me, which is kind of a nice quality of life feature, you know? Yes, they do respawn, so there you go. You can come back here after basically all you do is you exit the cave out to where the fairies are, and then you can go back in, and all the enemies have respawned. You can fight them for cure-alls. I think you might even be able to steal them. Maybe that's where the rare steal is the Lagunates, and then the sidesteppers drop it, so there you go. If they want to be, you know, perfectly reasonable in terms of what they give you, probably then I would give the manta rays like antiviral caps or something, so that way you can get some shiny dew out of them. I don't know. I wonder if this takes me back to... No, because that's going to take me over there, so let's just go back on this. And we'll go back the normal way. I was going to say, I wonder if that one over there would take me down to the other island, but it won't. So... I think we already grabbed all the treasures around here, so I'm not really too concerned about that. But with that, we are done with all of the dragons here in Homeworld. So now it's just the 2 in Otherworld that are left. Oh, and by the way, I mentioned previously that the order that I'm doing the fights with the dragons is going to be on the test eventually, so keep it all in mind. If you need a refresher, don't worry, because there is one review session, quote-unquote. Well, actually, there's 2, technically, review sessions, quote-unquote, that talk about the order in which these things have happened. So if you need a quick refresher, don't worry. The game's got you covered. We'll take care of it soon enough. So... how do I want to do this? I guess I'll just go straight back to another world and go to Lizard Rock until Sprig and Radius get their level, and then I'll go to Cape Howl to get the level for Draggy and Norris, the mini level. And then we can just bring Sprig and Radius back into the party. Go fight the Black Dragon. And then do the mini level again and go fight the Sky Dragon. And then do the mini level again, because after that we have to go back to Fort Dragonia. Although, as you saw previously, if you were here when I was trying to wander over there in this world, there's actually a rock slide that has collapsed in the valley on the way to Fort Dragonia, and I can show you that while we're here. If we go over here, there is a rock slide in the way now, so you can't actually enter Fort Dragonia in this world anymore. So the only one where we can get our body back is the one that's in Homeworld, so hopefully that one has similar, like, body switching technology as the other one. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Because it's my only hope. I hope Lena's not too far behind when we get her back, though, because I feel like me doing all these mini levels is we're gonna get her back, and she's gonna be like as good as Janice or something. How far the mighty have fallen? How did this happen, Lena? You were on top of the world when we were in Fort Dragonia. Well, with, you know, several bonus levels in between, it's like, yeah, I guess that'll happen, you know. She'll probably be fine, though. She's gotten a few bonus levels as it is now. Like, I believe the maximum amount of bonus levels that you can get, based on what I saw in the mini level, yeah, the maximum number of mini levels, I'll just say it that way because the terminology is consistent that way, that you can get is, on any one given playthrough of the game, is 29, because there's a total of 48 star levels in the game, and out of those, according to the FAQ, the character FAQ, 29 of those have mini levels associated with them. Don't know how true that is, though, because I did see that at least one of those has stats associated with it, even though it says it doesn't. But, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But at this point, Lena's been in the party, I almost said Leah, has been in the party for 8 mini levels, I think. And I think at this point, I want to say Radius and Sprig have been in for... Well, Sprig's been in for one more than Radius, but I think they've been in for... Oh, that's a good one. I want to say like 9 or 10, so she shouldn't be too far behind. That's another strong one. 28 magic's nothing to sneeze at, and that's not bad for you either. So, really, with 25 magic, that's good enough, honestly, for our purposes. All right, let's go get Draggy and Norris, and then we'll bring Sprig and Radius back into the party once they get their mini level, and we will go from there. Get my small child out. He's got 38 strength now. That's not bad, huh? And you've got 40 resistance. Oh my god, Norris. He's really working that ballistic weave that he got from Poor, huh? I mean, to be fair, ballistic weave was pretty busted when we used it in Fallout 4. So, I wouldn't be shocked if it was just as busted on the armor that they have here in this game. Those are like matcha levels of resistance at this point. That's how high up he is. You start getting above Surge, and it starts to get a little bit ridiculous. And he's going to get more resistance. Right now, I'm calling it. Watch it happen. More magic for Draggy, that's nice. And, okay, he's getting a perfect level out of this next one. Hey, I'll take 22 magic. That means he gets 30 magic with his ultimate accessories on, so I'll take that. Draggy's got 29 magic with his ultimate accessories on because he's got 26 magic already. And again, we aren't even through to the whole end of the game type of a thing. By the time you get to the end of the game, you'll have 48 star levels. So, like, we've got 34, so we've still got 14 to go, although not all of them have mini levels according to the FAQ, but that's still quite a lot of time for them to get even more magic. Again, you got to just also keep in mind, though, that if they hit their cap, which they won't, but if they were to hit the cap for the character, like Draggy's cap is 45, and I think Norris's is 43, I want to say. If they hit that cap before they hit 99 star levels, they'll never get another point of it ever again, because that's the top that they can get to. So, yeah, so you just got to keep that in mind. But it's not a huge deal. So, alright, so Sprig and Radius. Ready to fight the Black Dragon. I think I have a couple of Holy Lights and Meteor Showers that I can allocate in case we need to do something because he's using too much black innate stuff. Imbecile would be helpful for this next one, but that's kind of tough to use because he's black innate, so like using that will only make him it won't make him stronger because it'll reduce his magic, but it'll also give him extra black innate for the field, so that doesn't really help me at all. I got a bunch of meteor showers. I don't know where all my photon beams went, but I'll take it. I'll just stick some meteor showers on. That's good enough for now. And then Holy Light should... It doesn't instantly kill him, obviously, but it should work pretty good on him, so... And then Holy Light... actually, stick that there. And then remove this one. It'd be nice if there was a... Like, you could click the square button or something and just instantly remove an element. I feel like that would be a little bit better in terms of the ability to do that, you know? But I don't know. Do I want to keep anything on level 6? I guess I could keep some Nostrums just to... So that way he can get to level 6 element power and not, like, cap out at level 5 and then I use all of it, you know? So... Diminish will probably be unnecessary for this one because we're going to have 2 black innates anyway because you're going to turn to White Knight. I'll give you a Meteor Shower. You can get 3 turn whites, and then we should be good to go, just about. There we go. Keep that there. I'll give you both the Photon Beams. I don't think we're going to need them, but I'll give them to you anyway. There we go. And then let's remove... No, I'll give you this Meteor Shower and this Holy Light, and then there we go. Like I said, I'll eventually fix it so that everybody kind of has their grids the way that I want them, but for now, I'm kind of just okay with the way that they are, you know? Like, I'll just micromanage them this way. Alright, Conquer, take it easy. You have a good one as well. We will be here, just kicking some dragon butt for the next, well, probably half an hour, and then go try to get our body back. So, speaking of kicking dragon butt, let's actually first, since I've got it on my list of things to do, head to Water Dragon Isle in this world because we can check in with somebody that actually gave us something previously. You may remember when we went bone hunting for Skelly way back, we talked to a gentleman over here somewhere. I think I gotta go up this way. The Scorpioids or whatever, Scorupods, whatever they're called, the things that are walking around here, I think they can use Iceberg, by the way, or is it Deluge? One of the two. That you can, basically if the field is all blue, they'll use it. So get some traps and then you can have them use that and you're good to go. But this guy, this is the guy that I'm talking about. What'd you do? Yeah, he gave them the bone. He gave Surge the bone that Skelly had that was giving him nightmares. And he has a way of apologizing, but you can't get it right now because it'd be too hard to explain to him that we are that same group. Just I've become a man in a fursuit, so it would be too hard to explain to him. So basically what we're going to do is if you come back after you regain your body, he'll give you a reward. So that's what we'll do once we get our body back. But before that point, can't really do much about it, you know? So. Alright, so. Let's do this. We will save, because we've already got all our elements set up the way that I kind of want them, so. I guess I could, instead of using Imbecile, I could give Surge the other turn whites, actually. You know, that might not be a bad idea, actually. Because then I can have him turn white Sprig while Radius turn whites Surge. And then they can all go nuts from there, so. Just do this real quick. There we go. Alright, now save again. So that we're all good to go. And if we did this whole save marble thing correctly, which I'm fairly certain we did, I don't think there's any other way to do it than the way that we did it. Unless you just don't do it, in which case you'll come here and the dragon guy will be sleeping still, and you can just grab the black relic from his sleeping body. So. Really? Okay, well, have to go do something about that, won't we? I wonder if the sage has anything to say about the black dragon being awake. Funny story about that, actually. I may have been involved, just a little bit. Just a smidge. I want my body back, ribs. Slather them in barbecue sauce. I don't actually... I think I vaguely remember there was a commercial or something that you're referencing there, and I think I vaguely remember it, but I don't know how it went. It was probably a song. And hello, Sephico. How you doing? Welcome back. We are confronting the dragons to obtain their blessings, and I am hopeful about this one, the Black Dragon, because we saved Marble in the other world, and so my hope is that from freeing him from his dream and waking him up, he'll be grateful because he was having some kind of a nightmare or something, and he'll be like, okay, cool, I'll just give you my blessing and be just as benevolent as the, not Green Dragon, the Earth Dragon and the Water Dragon were. That's only one way to find out. So let's find out. Hey, big guy. Yeah, I mean, that happens. I mean, you were sleeping for quite, like you said, quite some time, so. I mean, I saved you from a nightmare, dude. Okay, maybe I didn't. It depends on what you were dreaming about. I could have woken him up from a good dream, in which case his being pissed off would be justified. And Devil Hunter's here as well. How you doing? Welcome back. Hello. Only took 9 vids or so, but 9 VODs or so, but you caught up. Hey, well, that's good. Glad to hear it. So now you can take a look at this, because I think today we're going to get to the point where you've stopped playing the game, or whatever happened where you didn't finish the game, because we're going to get our body back. So yeah, black coffee for the Black Dragon. No creamer. You're not allowed. The creamer is for me. I have to turn myself white in 8. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Am I going to diminish in this fight? I feel like diminish won't be that necessary, but maybe I'll put it up just for the hell of it. I know I just said in the last fight, I feel like it makes things too easy, but well, we'll find out. Might be worth it to weaken depending on how much this does. Oh, okay, well, if he's just going to miss most of them, then never mind, I don't have to weaken. Alright, so Sprig will be ready to diminish when she gets his stamina back, but for now we won't worry about that, so just get turn white up. I gotta tell you, having stone weapons at this point is real nice. It makes a big difference. I've seen people do this fight with mithril weapons still, and oh my lord, it takes forever. So. Dark breath. Got it. Yes, turn white, pour the milk on me. Got lost somewhere in this dragon kerfuffle. Yeah, and honestly, I can see it. Because this quest is not particularly, like, some of the dragons are kind of obtuse to figure out how to get to. Like, the green dragon's pretty obtuse. This dragon, getting to fight him is pretty obtuse. Yeah, I think we need to put up diminish with that kind of damage. So, well, I suppose Sprig isn't transformed yet, but it's probably a good idea to put up diminish anyway. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, I was not punished for it. Good. Yeah, so let's put up diminish and do this real quick. Just poke and then do that. Yeah, like some of the dragon fights are kind of obtuse to try to figure out how to get to, so I could definitely see it being problematic for somebody to try to figure out. So I guess we'll do one poke, and then do I Eagle Eye Surge, or do I heal? Well, with Diminish up, I think Eagle Eyeing is probably the better idea. So. Is bro battling a Predacon? I don't even know what that is, but probably. So, some kind of I mean, this is probably the most dragon-looking of the dragons, although, to be fair, he looks more like El Diablo right now, but, you know. So, no, I don't need a Nostrum. Let's give Sprig a turn white, actually, because she's gonna... Well, she won't doppelgang just yet, so maybe not. Let's just use our low-end heal all. Budget heal all. And then once Sprig transforms, that's when we'll have her use her... we'll get her turn white then. Okay, then. Well, that was a little damage, but we can handle it. Alright, and we got just enough to doppelgang, so let's do that. Where is my White Knight? There it is. If it wasn't for the fact that we were fighting all these dragons, I might name some of these episodes White Knight Chronicles while Sprig's still in the party, but... yeah, no, we're only using it once this time, so I don't think that justifies naming it that, so... do I have a Cure Plus for you? I don't think I put Cure Plus on anybody's stuff yet, so... it doesn't look like it. I mean, if I had the extra element power, I could summon Sonya while we're here. You know what? Let's get the extra element power for... Oh, I can't quite get it this turn. Well, rip. I was going to summon Sonya, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it before he Dark Breaths me or something. We can try... Yeah, he's interrupting, so... Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. Okay, well, maybe we'll get it. No, we won't, because we only have 0.9 stamina after this, so... And there ain't no way in hell I'm not getting interrupted after this. I would love to summon Sonya. It would do monstrous damage right now, but... Okay, never mind. We're going to get to do it. Never punished! Have a Dryad. Actually, I'm probably going to get punished for this because Radius is going to get hit for like 200 damage now, but... You know. Yeah, it's not bad, all things considered. Okay, Imbecile would probably not be... Well, actually, no. With Diminish Up, it should be fine. So. And now for Gravity Bomb. It's not Graviton or Gravity... What's the other one? Gravity Below, I think. This is one of his other ultimate attacks. Thankfully, we have 2 Black Innates, so this shouldn't do too much damage. Yeah, that's not bad. We can handle that. I'd love to get some of my stamina back, but at the moment I'm kind of... I don't really have that option, so... let's see, let's do a 3 and then do a quick heal so that way Sprig can get pretty close to... Actually, I should probably turn white. No, yeah, I'll turn white first and then we'll heal. Playing a little dangerous, but that's okay. Sometimes it pays to be a little dangerous. 2, 3. Nice. That's good damage. And now we'll have Radius build a little element power. That's good. He didn't attack Radius. Good. We're still in good shape. He attacked the person with the most HP. Which is probably for the best, because now we can use a... whatever the biggest heal we have is, which is probably this one. There we are. We're not bad now. I should probably just defend at some point so that way I can, like, actually have full stamina here for somebody, but it's probably okay. Fizz Negate? Well, it's only on single ally, so actually, no, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Let's just put up Rage. Party-wide attack up is nothing to sneeze at, so... Alright, and now we can, I guess just attack a little bit. 1, 2, 2. Probably won't get a ton of damage out of it because, you know, we're not currently turn-weighted. Although that was more damage than I expected to get out of it without turn-weight. But I guess we have like 40 strength, so I shouldn't be shocked. Let's see. Sure, I'll use this one. I don't think we need this much, but... We've got so much healing on this party, I'm not even really worried about it if we use one. Like, if we burn one that's higher than we should need, you know? Let's see. Just trying to think what I should do here math-wise. That works. And then you'll get up to 6.1, yeah, if I do that, so... We're slowly building our way back with the stamina, but it's not quite as good as it could be. That was 500 damage. That's nothing to sneeze at either. Okay, free fall. I could have put a trap up, but nah, it's not going to do that much. Yeah, and it won't inflict sprain either because it's not a whatchamacallit. It's not yellow in it. So there you go. Just do one of these. He's almost done. Good. He is laying low. Let's just get a turn white up and then we'll finish this. Oh good, we're back to 7 stamina on White Knight and on Surge. Fantastic. No, not that. There we go. 2, 2, 2 Holy Light. I was gonna say 2, 2 might be it, but nope, not quite. Actually, probably 2, 2, 2 turn white so the White Knight can finish the job. So, yeah. Because that wasn't quite enough to finish it, so... Here you go. Party synergy. That's what's going on here. Because this fight normally is pretty tough, but this is working pretty good. And that's that. Nothing to it. Definitely don't do this one till after you've got enough to Netherite to just do all of that I just did, though. It's much easier. Also, for some reason he falls over on his side and then he, like, turns 45 degrees toward your party for some reason. I'm not sure why that happens, but there it is. It happened with the red dragon as well. The red dragon fell to his side like 90 degrees over, and then all of a sudden he like rotated towards you for some reason. I don't know what that's all about, but okay, whatever. Alright, we've reached the break point. From now on, we actually don't need any more strength in order to beat the game according to what speedruns say, because 45 is the break point. From my understanding, that speedrunners really look for in Surge's strength, so I will take it. And for defeating the Black Dragon, we get the level 8 Black Innate summon, which is the Grim Reaper. We could have also gotten the Mothership, which is the level 7 Black Innate summon. Excuse me, before this. You're welcome. But yeah, so he'll give you the Black Relic if you beat him. If you didn't do the Save Marble quest, you don't have to beat him. You can just walk up to his sleeping body, grab the Black Relic, and then leave him. So, there you go. But I like doing that quest because it's got, you know, cool music and everything going on in it. It gives you a little bit of background in terms of, you know, actually helping Marble because they've been ostracized, the people there, for a long time, and well, you get rainbow equipment out of it. You won't be able to get it if you don't do that quest, so it all sounds like a pretty good reason to do it for me. So, alright, next things next is the Sky Dragon Isle. That's our next stop. But before we go there, let's go get our mini level real quick. So bring Draggy and Norris back in. Well, they both got even strength now, but Draggy got more magic out of his last level, and Norris got more resistance. Oh my god. These guys are crazy. All y'all crazy. Now this next fight with the Sky Dragon's gonna be tough though, because we can't use because he's white innate, so like Lynx is gonna have a hard time because he's black innate. We can't use White Knight because that's also black innate, so I mean we can use it, it's just that we're risking more damage than we would normally be taking if we do that, so maybe I'll risk it, but basically it's gonna be a hyper offensive fight. We're gonna deal lots of damage, we're also gonna take lots of damage, so there you go. Before I do that though, let me go turn on my air conditioner. Be right back. Oh look, you've already creeped almost over to exactly where I was. Awesome. That's exactly what I needed you to do, because it'll make it a lot easier for me to walk over here and poke you with my stick a couple of times. Actually, I'll probably just have Draggy do it. Give him a 1, and give him a 2, and give him a 3. And then that's it. So we'll fight the other one after this, and then from there, we'll just go back to Lizard Rock, get the mini level, and go from there. So. And again, I just want to make sure I'm clear. You don't have to do this. Like, the game's not hard enough to where you need to do these mini levels. I'm just trying to do them because, I don't know. Why the hell not, right? Gives me something to do in between all the levels, you know. So it's not like we're just walking from boss fight to boss fight to boss fight. I'm not really super concerned about how long the playthrough takes. Like, I'm kind of taking my time with it, honestly, but I feel like this playthrough's probably only got about 4 more episodes left, maybe 5 because of the bonus episode. So. Oh, mini level already. Okay, I'll take it. Extra strength for almost everybody. Alright, so that's good, because that means I can just walk right outside and grab Sprig and Radius, let them get their mini-level real quick, and then go straight for Sky Dragon Isle. And that'll be the last one that we have to deal with, and then we can go take care of business in Homeworld Fort Dragonia. The nice part about Homeworld Fort Dragonia is that we've actually already done a lot of the switch hitting that we normally would have to do when we go in there. Although I think, if I remember correctly, there's actually a way to go through there without hitting a whole bunch of switches. Like if you go... We're going to go grab an item from Guldove here in this world shortly. And because I mentioned previously that there was an item that we could get, and we could have gotten it when I went to get it previously, but I didn't know what the process was of getting it. Actually, to get it, you need to show the Tear of Hate to Shaman Durea in Guldove, and then she'll give you the item. If you get that item and then you take it to the shaman in Homeworld, they will give you an item that will allow you to basically make it so that you don't have to hit any of the switches in Homeworld Fort Dragonia. You can just go straight through, and all the switches get automatically turned on for you. So. I'm going to do one more because we got another HP plus there for Lynx, even though he got his mini level already. Now the real question is going to be, once I take care of the Sky Dragon, do we go get our body back immediately, or do we go work on the thing in in this version of the Isle of the Damned instead of getting our body back? I don't know. Whichever one we picked, it would be the last thing we did this episode. But maybe we'll go get the thing on Isle of the Damned actually, because if we do that, then it's like we're taking care of the thing that's in this world. We're not like hopping back and forth, you know what I mean? So maybe we'll go do that instead of getting our body back, and then we can worry about getting our body back next time. I don't know, figure it out. I don't think it's time sensitive, the thing on the Isle of the Damned. I don't think it's like, okay, well, if you don't get it before you get your body back, you don't get it, because it's part of the process of getting Karsh's level 7 tech. So like, if that was time sensitive and they locked it off, then I don't know. Nothing else is like that in the game as far as I'm aware, so yeah, I can't imagine they would do that with this, so there we go. Alright, so we need Turn Black, and we need some free falls, I think, as well. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Don't need these anymore. At least not for now. This can be a free fall. We've got a whole bunch of Black Innate spells, though, because we've got feral cats and all that other stuff, so I guess I'm not super concerned about that. I guess I'll give Sprig Graviton. I could give her a free fall, though. One of them. I think I have 3, right? Yeah, okay, so we'll give her a Graviton instead. I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm just going to Doppelgang straight into whatchamacallit. So. Straight into White Knight so that we can just physical offense the sin out of these guys. Do I need Turn Black for this? Probably not, right? But I guess I'll stick them in there because I got nothing better to stick in there, so. Alright, remove these because we won't need those. Remove these because we won't need those. And remove those as well. And maybe stick the last free fall here. And yeah, there we go. Okay, other than that, I think we should be pretty good. So, oh yeah, I gotta stick Imbecile up on you. Actually, Imbecile wouldn't be a terrible idea in this fight, especially if you're not gonna use Diminish. Although with Diminish, it would probably mostly trivialize everything, but, you know. So we'll just stick it on there, and then we'll save, and we will go from there. Racking up these star levels pretty quick today, though. Making good progress. I also should probably stop by Surge's house in one of these worlds just so we can rest and get back our summon, because we already we used up one of them for a little bit of bonus damage that we really didn't need, but you know. What's the news? No, really? Okay, well, I guess I will go see if the rumors are correct. Yeah, so this fight and then the next fight that we do are probably going to be Sprig's last hurrah. Because I'm thinking I might replace Sprig with Karsh, because when we go to the Isle of the Damned, you have to bring Karsh with you. So I might replace Sprig with Karsh for that part. Maybe? I'm trying to think. Yeah, because then Karsh can come in and Radius can come along because he was a Dragoon as well, so probably it's a good idea for him to come along. And then we can go from there. Sky Dragon, hello. Thanks. I see that. Your brother from another world helped us get away from the Dead Sea, unless that was you, but I don't think so. Yeah, so if you come here before you defeat the other 5 dragons, he'll just tell you he would like to test you, but he wants you to test your mettle against the other dragons first. So I figured we'd come back here and just take care of that afterwards. And so he's the final test. Let's see if we pass. I like his angel wing looking things that he's got going on. He also looks very much dragon-like, like he's very draconic, but those are a little bit different. Usually you don't see almost bird-like wings on a dragon. So again, I really like the dragon designs in this game. I think they did a really good job with them. So, wow, Sprig, what the hell happened? You were so close to Radius and HP when we started the episode. Now you're 22 behind. That's something. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Probably get Diminish up first. Let Sprig do that. Because she usually does that. I don't know who's going to do it when Sprig's not in the party. Probably I'll just have Surge do it or something, because then Lena can get a buff up and Radius can get a buff up, and then we can go from there, so. Alright, so Diminish a Go-Go. And now we can do... We don't need to use Turn Black, because Sprig can go White Knight, and, well, Surge is already in Black Innate in Lynx's body, so probably just Eagle Eye. 1, 2, 3. Or not. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Alright, and then Eagle Eye. And then we'll just start cracking some heads. Push the White Innate off the field. Speaking of which, White Breath. I think that can get fatigue on you, which is kind of a problem, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. We're doing good damage, and we've got some resistances, so. Null State. What, are you going to pull a Zodiarch? No, just magic defense buff. That's fine. I'm not even using magic, so you can do that all you want. Will not bother me. Okay, we got just enough to Doppelgang, so let's do that. And then I could go to Poor Private, because if I remember correctly, the Poor Private is White Innate, but obviously then I'd have to use Turn Black and all that other stuff, so let's just go White Knight. We have Diminish up. White Knight's got good defense, so it should be fine. Plus, if we had a White Innate here, the field was almost all white as it was, so we could have just, like, oh my god, never mind, that was not a good idea. Bad idea. Holy shit, Sprig, how did that happen? Okay, well, maybe we'll go to Poor Private or somebody else. Maybe I'll go to Lagoonate and turn black. That would probably be not a terrible idea. Maybe. Okay. Oh, yeah, you passed 35. We're at 35 star levels. So now Radius has his level 7 tech. He just gets it automatically once you get to 35 star levels. Vital Energy. It's another single target attack, but it's obviously stronger than Quick Draw was. So there you go. Not bad. Alright, so I think we built a little teeny tiny baby bit of element power with Sprig, and then we instantly doppelgang her into something else. Okay, so he used Magnify, so what that should basically do is cancel out the Diminish that I had going before, so... Or maybe I do a 3-3. Get some damage off then, since he's not going to interrupt me, apparently. We doppelgang out into somebody else. I'll just go straight to Lagoonate. We'll see how much defense it's got. Gotta be careful though, because I got 2 White Innates on the field, so I gotta, like, push that off, I think, this turn. Holy Breath! And probably I was gonna say Sprig's dead again, which is unfortunate, because now I'm doing this with just you two. I don't think... Do you have revive? I don't think so. Oh, and we also got Lynx's level 7 tech Forever Zero, so that's pretty good. Yeah, no, I don't have a revive for Sprig. Well, this went a little bit south. I could run away at this point in order to make this a little bit less of a problem, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with doing it like this. It's fine. We'll get him eventually. What's a little challenge here and there, right? Oh, good. Holy healing. Can you do that to my Lagoonate, please? Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say, because this is going to use up a bit of fatigue. With fatigue, it's going to use up a bit more than usual, huh? Alright, so I don't want to use my recoveralls, because obviously in this particular case, that would not be so good, so let's use a heal wall instead. So now I think this will help me demonstrate something, though, because when you are... when a character's knocked out, I believe they don't get the bonuses from the star level that they'll get out of this fight, so... Basically, since Sprig is down, she's not going to get any stats from this fight. Which is unfortunate, but... I mean, I don't think it's a huge loss. Like I said, the game's pretty easy as it is, but... okay, how about this? Since I'm not really worried about your magic at the moment, let's do this. And then we get to sit here because we're both too far out of stamina to be able to do anything, so... Right, magic negate is fine. I was gonna forever zero you, but we don't have to. For a little bit, anyway. And then you're still fatigued, that's fine. How do I want to do this? Because I could get diminished back up now that Magnify is up, so let's do 2-2. I'm gonna say if he'll let me hit him, and then go find diminish here somewhere. I could also get Eagle Eye back up, but we'll worry about that later. When I actually have a chance to do anything with it, then we can get it up. So, alright, and then this, let's do 2-3. Get the damage. I guess it makes things a little tougher when we're doing it this way, because obviously, like, having to account for the fact that we only have 2 characters is making it so that the enemy actually gets turns somewhere in there, you know. Let's see. If I use a 2, that's 2.5, so... yeah, use this heal wall. Really, Radius is the only one that needs it. This is why I want to put Cure Pluses on people, though, because sometimes we don't need to heal all, you know what I mean? Sometimes we just need to heal 1, and it's probably easier to just do that than trying to waste my heal walls when we don't need to, you know? Alright, now that he's an HP critical, we gotta be a little careful, because I believe he can use Ultra Nova in HP critical, so we gotta be just a smidge more careful than we're being currently, but we'll see how it all goes. You're out of fatigue, so that's good. 1, 2, and then, yeah, why not? We'll use a free fall. I think actually with Magic Negate this won't do anything, but, well, it's worth a shot to see if Magic Negate is still up. Yeah, so if it misses flat out like that, that's because Magic Negate is still up, so. And to be fair, Magic won't really do a lot of damage to him anyway, because he's got Null State, and that's increasing his Magic defense, so. Alright, how much are you going to do when you hit Lynx here? Okay. Well, that's a bit, but it gives me an excuse to heal now, so... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, I don't have any element power. Okay, well then we'll just poke once to get the element power to heal. And then we will do a 3. I thought I hit for a second, but... I thought I saw the accuracy go up. It did not. And then let's do this heal wall. Man, the Black Dragon went swimmingly, but this one went rather sideways, didn't it? That's okay. Makes things more interesting, like I said a minute ago. So, okay, so he's really trying to boost himself back up so he can use that Ultra Nova that he may or may not have, but... I don't know, Magic Negate might be gone now, so let's just find out. Let's just hit him until hopefully we can... Okay, I was going to say hopefully we can forever zero him before he goes down, but he's down, so that will not be the case. Sorry, Sprig. Just didn't get a chance to fully heal you before he just decided to interrupt again, so... Are you going to do the thing that your brothers did where you, like, rotated towards me when you fell over? Yes, yes you are. Alright then. Alright, let's see if Sprig gets anything out of this. There's that. Okay, so she does actually get the star level. Okay, never mind. It's good for me to know that, because then I don't have to worry so much about, oh, well, this person died in this fight, and so now I got to be concerned. But no, they actually get the effect of the star level, even if they're fainted or knocked out at the end of the fight. So, and for defeating the Sky Dragon, we get the level 8 white innate summon, Saints, which is actually very valuable because it is the only summon in the white innate tree that inflicts damage. Unicorn does not inflict damage, so you can't get Shiny Salt by summoning Unicorn. You can only get it by summoning Saints. So all the more reason for us to go and get Surge's body back so that we can summon Saints and actually do stuff with that. So, excuse me. And with that, the Sky Dragon will bestow upon us his blessing. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. I will keep that in mind, thanks. So yeah, with the blessing of the 6 dragons, we can now go into the Pearly Gates in order to get to the Sea of Eden. And that is normally, again, where you'd want to go at this point. But I think... Well, let me think about this. Do I want to go get my body? I mean, obviously, in order to do that, you're also going to want to get your body back, because they said, I think Harley explicitly said, no, not only do you need to get the blessing of the 6 dragons, you also need to be you again, which sort of defeats the whole purpose of her saying, yeah, but were you ever really you, or are you Lynx now? And it's like, no, I'm me. And then she's like, well, no, that's preposterous, but now she's telling you, no, absolutely, you need to be you. It's like, Harley? What are you saying? Are you okay? So I think we'll go get our body back first, because that unlocks a whole host of different things for us to do, and then it'll give us a chance to go and do some side questy stuff after that. Or do I want to... See, because I gotta bring Karsh along, and I'm not really gonna do anything with Karsh after this, so it might be better to just bring Karsh along and do that now, so that that way it's out of the way, you know. I guess I don't really need anything particularly good for him. I do want something other than the stone helmet eventually, though. So, is there a mithril helmet in here? Yeah, there is. Okay. So I'm going to take the stone helmet off of Sprig. She can keep the rest of this stuff, although maybe I'll take the stamina ring from her as well. I really don't need the earring of light. It's really only useful on her, although other characters can use it, but she's really the one that gets the most use out of it, you know. So, well, maybe I'll just unequip all of her accessories, because am I going to use her again after this? Yeah, actually I am, so I won't unequip all of her stuff. I'll just give the mithril helmet to, whatchamacallit, to Karsh. So. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll take the stone staff off of her so I can sell it, because I think we're at a pretty decent amount of gold, but we're not quite at the 208,800 that we need in order to, fully get ourselves to where we need to be. To make all of the prism equipment, so the rainbow equipment. So, but we'll worry about that later. It's not really a big deal for now. So, let's see. How do we want to do this? Probably turn green would be better to have here. I don't remember if... because we fought the boss that we're going to be fighting back here before. I don't remember if they're both yellow element, or if one is yellow and one is not, but I'm gonna go under the assumption that they're both yellow element, because I don't know, why the hell not. Alright, and then you can have Imbecile back here. Oh no, I already put that back. Okay, cool. Other than that, I think we're good to go. We'll just get Karsh out, and then we'll go from there. So. And Karsh should be pretty okay in terms of his damage output. He's got 41 strength as it is now, which is only slightly less than where we're at with Surge. So, actually, it's as much as Radius is. So maybe I'm talking it up a little bit more than it should, because like compared to Radius, Karsh's stats are currently they're only okay, but that's fine. You know, it shouldn't be a big deal. So. Alright, let's equip him a little bit. Just kind of give him whatever we've got. He's already got a Silver Axe and Mithril Mail. That's fine, I'll just leave him with that. What's his... Okay, he's got 9 stamina recovery. I don't know what his status recovery looks like, but it's probably fine. I don't think it's going to be something we need to worry about. So let's give him the Mithril Helmet, Stamina Ring. I don't have an extra Stamina Belt, do I? No, I don't. Okay. Stamina Ring for 10 stamina recovery, and then... Defender? Yeah, why not? I don't got anything else that I think he'd be particularly useful for. And then in terms of elements, what can I give you? We really only need to give you... I really probably should go and get a couple of Eagle Eyes, actually, so maybe I'll take a couple of those from Norris and just give them to you real quick. And then any heals that we have, like we have a heal all and a couple of cure pluses, so I'll just grab these right from Norris real quick. We'll give them back as soon as we're done. Because once we're done with Karsh here, we're just not going to need him in the party again forever, because I'm not planning on using him for any reason, so we'll just take him out once we do that, you know. Alright, so... I could put turn greens on as well. Let me put 1 on, and then I'll put Eagle Eye here, because Radius has got 3 and 3, so that should be fine. Maybe I'll even put a Bad Eye on. Why the hell not? And then, what else have we got down here that I can give you? Oh, I never put Top Shot on Norris. I should probably see if he has room for that now, so that I can put that on him. And we can go from there. I could put Revive on you, I guess. Not really going to do a whole lot for us, but... Put a Cure Plus here. Put a Cure Plus here. Put a Heal All here. Put a Heal All here. I'll put a Purify down here. And that should be good. Oh, we do have Blackout and Whiteout. I guess those statuses just go away at the end of a fight, and that's why you can't use them. No, that would be my guess anyway. Alright, so I think he's equipped well enough for us to go do this. I don't think this fight is particularly difficult that we're going to go do, but... It's there, you know, it's just one of those things. Just get your turn green up and go from there. Go nuts, you know. But let's go over to the Isle of Damned so we can try this out. See how it goes. I don't think I'm going to fight anything on the way there, though, because, like, you could fight the enemies, because there is, as far as I'm aware, a mini-level here, but we don't really need it, and the boss here doesn't give a star level, so it's a side quest, so they won't give it to you. Oh yeah, and I need to go back to Goldo before I'm done, so hopefully I remember to do that by the time we're done here. So that way, that can be the first thing that we do, is get our body back that way. Now, I believe before, when we came here, we grabbed just Skelly's bones, and then that was it, but I think if I remember right, we couldn't get through some of these areas because we didn't have the Garai Keepsake, but I believe now, even if there's any mirrors to try to block us, we can just use the Garai Keepsake that worked in the other world, and we can use it here, and it just works the same. I don't think there's any White Knights to fight here, though, so it's mostly the same types of enemies, but, okay, can you... there we go. I was like, can you please get out of my way? So I'm not even going to worry about fighting the enemies. We'll just do the mini-level after we're done here. So, but yeah, see, there's the mirrors, so... Go walk up to them, use Garai's Keepsake. Oh, I should probably also take a look at what the key items look like for the stuff there, shouldn't I? Go to my items menu and take a look at the ones the new ones that we've gotten, because we've gotten a few new ones. So we showed the Biba Flute last time, so there's that. I think we saw all the keys already. Here's the white relic, a crystal. The black relic, a gemstone. We saw the red relic, but here it is again. It's a flame. Blue relic, a water ball thing. Yellow relic, a slab of topaz, it looks like. And then the green relic, which looks like an alchemical bottle in a flower. So there you go. Anything else? I think everything else we've seen already, so. Yeah, we've seen the sapphire brooch. And yeah, that's it. So there you go. Alright. Come along, Karsh. We need to go see what this is all about. But yeah, there's no flame to lead you to the armor that would normally be down here. So I guess there is a cave over there, so we could go see what's in the cave before we go back to where Girai's grave would be. I don't know if it's still here in this world, because it would be kind of weird to bury him in a place like this in this world. Okay, there's a revenge element. You can use that. It's like the stamp technique in Final Fantasy XII, where you can, if you have a bunch of statuses on you, you can inflict them on the enemy by using it, which probably wouldn't be terrible in the Green Dragon fight, but I'm not even sure if... I feel like he's probably immune to most of the statuses that he tries to do to you, because otherwise what's the point, you know? But I don't know. But yeah, the guys that were taking the thing, that they needed Karsh to be here, it's Salt and Pepper again. Because of course it is. Yeah, there's no Girai's grave here, so there you go. Why? What happened here? Karsh, are you gonna elaborate, or are you just gonna do what Glenn does, where you just ... exclamation point? Oh. Well, why would that be? I just came here because the note told me to come here. Oh. Okay. Karsh, can we have this flashback after we stop them from executing us? Because I feel like if you have this flashback right now, you're just gonna get your head chopped off. So this gives you a little backstory, not only on Karsh and Dario, and Riddell, but it also gives you a little backstory on Glenn, because he's the little kid in the background practicing on the striking dummy there, so. And here's Dario here. You know, unless there's a rainbow shell in one of them. How do you get iron rations in a churro? That seems like a tall order. I'd have to look that one up. Oh, okay. So these are the I think it was a bellflower. We picked one of them to give to Riddell and Glenn way back near the beginning of the game. So we picked it in Fossil Valley. Actually, I'm pretty sure your father wouldn't want you to go down there. Oh, well, okay then. I was going to say, I think Glenn is just at that age where he's just hungry all the time. Fair enough. No, it's not that. I'm just deeply embarrassed because I'm so madly in love with you. But, well, Riddell only has eyes for Dario. I don't want to spoil it, but it should be fairly obvious just from looking at them talk to each other. So. And Karsh being, well, Karsh, he doesn't really know how to adequately express the fact that he would much rather be where Dario is right now. Yeah, and then this happens, so. Why do you need his approval? He's your best friend. Don't you just need him to be your best man? Well, we could get married, but before we do that, we need to completely survey this Isle of dead and damned souls. Surely that will work out for us. Oh. The place where we hit so many striking dummies, I can't even remember. Well, at least he's taking it on the nose pretty nicely. At least he's outwardly taking it on the nose. Obviously, he's burning up inside about it, but... I feel like this scene would have more impact if this wasn't, like, the first time we were getting any major backstory on Karsh, though. Like, I feel like if this was, like, a character that's been in the party for a while and we're just now getting it. Like, this feels like the kind of thing that you would have gotten for, like, Frog or something like that, but, like... Frog, obviously, at the time that he got his side quest, had 25 hours worth of game where he was part of your party for, like, 20 of those hours, so... Oh, boy. You wouldn't. You can't equip swords. So, if they're staying here, how are you guys going to get in? Are you going to use Garai's keepsake? Okay, never mind that. I guess that answers that question. And now we know exactly what happened, because we've already seen Radius be mind-controlled by the mass immune. And there we go. Well, it brings out the worst in you, Karsh, so if there was any piece of you that, yeah, wanted something bad to happen to Dario because you hated the fact that, yeah, he took Riddell from you, then the mass immune would prey on that. Yeah, that's the gist. Don't know why we're super concerned about this, though, because, like, the mass immune's gone, at least in one of the worlds. It's, you know, not a problem. This is one of those other things, though, right? Is that, like, Karsh killed, quote-unquote, Sir Dario, potentially under the possession of the mass immune. Glenn can't be here for it, despite the fact that Glenn is Dario's younger brother. Similarly, the Dead Sea is the home to Lena's father, who's been stuck there for 14 years after going missing when the storm hit, and, you know, Serge's father also, you know, got Serge healed and everything. But Lena's father's been missing since then. Lena cannot confront him for any reason because she's not in your party. So it just... it's good that they're trying to develop a bunch of different characters, because obviously them just having no backstory at all wouldn't really help, but, like, it feels like they're missing the mark, because then it feels like you're developing from nothing, one, and then all of a sudden it's like this scene would feel more impactful if Karsh had, I don't know, had anything at all before this to endear us to him. But this is the first thing that is endearing us to him, and it's like, here's my life story in print. And again, Glenn can't even participate in this, so he can't even say, well, you know, what the hell, Karsh? He can't even be here to see this happen, or defend him and be like, no, he'd never killed Dario. We grew up together. What the hell? Like, he can't even be here for that. Although, I think I'm saying that, but I think you can do this after you get the other party back, and one of those party members includes Glenn, but I'm not sure if he even has any dialogue here. I don't think he gets any extra. He doesn't for the part that happens after this in this side quest, to be fair, so I don't know. It's one of those things that I just don't really know how I feel about it, you know. But either way, we gotta fight Sultan Pepor again. I'm gonna go up to Pepor first again, because he's usually the bigger offensive threat, so... Yeah, these guys are actually not messing around this time. They will take it serious and actually hurt you pretty good. But, I don't know. We can probably handle it. So, alright, so I could do a heal all. I could do a cure plus. I could also just do a turn green and not even worry about it, because they did like 90 damage each, but nah, that's fine. We can handle it. And then, let's see if we can get an eagle eye up. Go from there. I'll tell you, that's some good damage you've got there, Radius. Holy hell. That's all that extra strength that you've got. Right, we'll eagle eye up, and then we will box Pepor into the ground, and then we'll take care of Salt after that. Oh yeah. That's the damage we're looking for. I was going to say, I mean, you can strengthen him if you want, but I don't think it's going to work out too well for you, so... But he did not strengthen his friend. He let his friend die. And that's deeply unfortunate. Well, Karsh is doing pretty good damage too, all things considered, so... And, let's see. I'm gonna Cure Plus, actually. Let's do that, just to top off. With Strengthen Up, he'll do probably 135 damage in a 3-hit combo, but okay, Thunderstorm. Well, this might hit a little hard on Karsh and Radius, but it'll probably be okay. I can heal. Yeah, no, that's not even a problem. Alright, Radius, let's show him what you've got. We could wait for Surge to do this, but I kind of want to see you use Vital Energy once in this playthrough, so go for it. Eat this. Nice. And just like that, side quest over. Nothing to it. I mean, to be fair, I was using some stone weapons in there to be clear. So like that's why there was nothing to it, because I have a significant amount more power than those guys do. You could have done that as early as, I don't know, like way earlier. That's the point. You could have done that as early as like right after you left Viper Manor, when you maybe don't have so much stone equipment, but well, we did it now. And that gets Karsh's level 7 tech, Axiomatic. And I think that's another single target hit, so. Not of his own volition, anyway. I was gonna say, so then why did you guys feel so strongly about... And by the way, while I'm thinking about it, how the hell did you two get in here? You need Garai's Keepsake to get in here. Do you have Garai's Keepsake? Is that what was in the chest? Or something? Because, like, otherwise, how did you get through the mirrors? You can't get through the mirrors otherwise. I don't know. No, this is what was in the chest. The Memento Pendant. If I remember correctly, it's Riddell's pendant, but I could be wrong about that. You actually need it in order to do a side quest that's connected to this side quest, though, so. But yeah, that's it. That's all. You go here, get the Memento Pendant, and you're done, so nothing really to this one. But, well, it's necessary in order to do the other side quest that leads to one of the super boss fights, so. We needed to do it to begin with, so we'll just use that as an excuse. We don't really need to have done the super boss fight, but I figure I might as well show off the super boss fight, you know what I mean? Like, otherwise it's just kind of, you know, we're not doing everything, and I mean, the weapon that you get from doing this particular super boss fight is, I think I mentioned it before, it's pretty damn good. It hits really hard and mostly trivializes basically all the dragon fights there. It hits harder than the Stone Swallow, to be fair. Like, absolutely, there's no question. But I didn't want to get it just yet because, I don't know, I kind of, like I said, I kind of wanted the dragons to actually be a challenge, so it was why I decided, no, it's probably a better idea to just actually make them challenging rather than trying to do whatever I'm doing here, you know, so. Alright, so anyway, let's take the stuff off of Karsh. We don't need him in the party again, so we'll just leave him with his normal stuff. We will unallocate all of his stuff. There we go. I think I can give him Axiomatic, though, now, because I think he has 2, 3, 4... Yeah, he has some room for it, so let's just give him Axiomatic while I've got it just sitting up here, so. There we go. And that way that's not sitting in my inventory. While I'm thinking about it, let's allocate Norris his thing, because he should have, yeah, at least one slot, so he does. And let's give him Top Shot, because I think that's the only other one that's in my inventory right now. So, yep, there it is. We'll just stick that in there. We could stick Golem in there, but we'll just wait until he has another slot. He'll eventually get another slot there, and he'll be able to stick that in instead. So. Okay, so now let's get, who do I want to get out? Probably Draggy and Norris, so then I can... Because there's only one more star level left before we get our body back. So probably want to do some mini-level stuff real quick right now while we're thinking about it. Before I do that, and before I forget, let's go to Guldove, because Guldove, I actually know how to get the item that I was looking for previously. And again, you could have gotten this earlier, but it doesn't actually do anything in Homeworld unless you have already received the blessing of all 6 dragons. So yeah, it's probably better to wait to get this until like right now, because now we actually have an excuse as to why we got it. Oralha, by the way, right now is still healing up from her wounds. Until you get your body back, she won't join your party, so don't worry about that part. That being said, I have looked at the character list. I didn't talk about this before, but I can talk about it now. Now that we have Leah from Gaia's Navel, there's only 3 more party members to recruit in the entire game, and then we have everybody that we could possibly get in this file. Like, the only other people we'd be missing are the people that are exclusive to Saving Kid and the other 2 guides, so for when you go to Viper Manor the first time. So since we can't get those on the save file, I'll explain how you get the other characters that are exclusive to certain paths on one single save file when we do the bonus episode, but for now, don't worry about it. Oh, and the Memento Pendant, like the Star Fragment, is also a key item, so you can use that for that. I'll take a look at that in a minute. But right now, I'm looking for... nope, I must have passed it. There it is, the Tear of Hate. So show this to Durea, and she'll say, wait a minute, that's the Dragon Tear, but we have the Dragon Tear. Or, no, actually, this is the area where the Dragon Tear was stolen. But now they can see, oh no, it just shattered. So now, as a result of that, she'll give us the Dragon Emblem. And we can take this with us to the shaman in the other world. And she'll help us. You may remember that the guy was preventing us from walking into the place because we were considered an outsider in Homeworld. Well, now that we have the Dragon Emblem, that's no longer a problem. We can just walk right in. After we show him the Dragon Emblem, we can just walk right into the place, and then the shaman should help us. Hopefully that'll make it a little easier to get into Fort Dragonia, although, to be fair, since we've already hit all the switches, it really isn't all that big of a deal. We just walk right in, and we should be able to go from there. But here's the problem. We have the Tear of Hate. It is the Dragon Tear, but it's the Dragon Tear from this world. So, because of that, we can't activate the ritual in the other world with the Dragon Tear from this world. We need the Dragon Tear from Homeworld in order to activate the ritual in Homeworld. So we needed to go to Guldove anyway, I guess is what I'm saying. You need to get this emblem in order to do anything else. And again, this is another one of those obtuse things that it's like, okay, well, how am I supposed to know to do this? I mean, I know it was like, okay, if I remember from 15 hours ago that the Dragon Tear was stolen by Lynx and taken to Fort Dragonia in this world, so it would be worth it to give that to them to bring it back, but that's if you remember that from 15 hours ago. At a certain point, it almost comes down to, well, I almost have to keep a list of here's all the things that I need to remember in order to go back and do these things, you know, so it gets a little obtuse the further you go, so. Just nuzzle these beach bums and sand squirts so that we can get the mini level there, Draggy, and then we'll go back to Homeworld. And I think once we get what we need from the shrine in Homeworld, that will be the end of the episode. And then we will make the... Oh, okay. Very quick mini level. Cool. I'll take it. And some good levels all around. Draggy didn't get magic, but that's okay. Don't really need it all that badly. And with that, let's go get... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I showed that off at any point. You can actually get shot by the geysers in this area, and they knock you back. It's just a temporary thing. It just knocks you back, and you get a stunned animation, and then that's it. But I guess that's cool. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll just bring Sprig and Radius. Get them their mini level. I was thinking about bringing Riddell, because the second part of the quest that is associated with the Memento Pendant, you actually need to have Riddell in your party, but since that's the only time we'll need to bring her, I don't think she needs a mini level. She'll be fine without it. To be fair, the boss that you fight at the end of the second and final part of the quest doesn't give a star level, so yeah, it doesn't really make much sense. Okay, let's take care of this guy. Should get a mini level for Spriggan Radius. Don't know what they're going to get, but our stats are looking pretty great as it is, so I'm not really super concerned. And we did, in fact, make it through all the dragons without having to get anything better than the Mithril Vest, so that's kind of nice. Obviously, the damage was pretty high, but like we were taking a good chunk of damage from a few of the dragons, but we made it through, so that's all that matters. Alright, so now that we got the dragon emblem from this world, let's go back to Homeworld. And like I said, we'll go back to Guldove. We'll take care of the stuff with the dragon emblem that's associated with it. And then, that'll do. Thinking about it, though, it might not have been a terrible idea for me to have gone and gotten a few black hole traps from Marbul in another world, because the next boss uses black hole, and it can inflict instant death, so I might go back and grab those, actually, before we, like, as the actual last thing that we do. Or maybe I won't, and maybe I'll just say, what the hell. I'll make do without it, you know? I'm not really super concerned about getting everybody's element grid together until we get all 5 of the characters that I'm actually going to use into the party, you know? So. Which won't be long from now, as it turns out. Alright, so let's go see if the shaman here can give us some aid. Give us the dragon tier in this area. And like I said, this is required in order to beat the story, so in order to continue with the story, so you'll end up having to figure this part out at some point. I don't know how you would figure this out, but there you go. Again, I guess the only way you'd figure that out is if you were to return the Tier of Hate, which is not even named the Dragon Tier in your inventory, but you'd have to return that to them, so. Well, actually the shaman gave it to me, so. Sounds like, I was going to say, she's waiting for us. Stina was the Shrine Maiden before, though, wasn't she? But apparently she's the actual shaman in this version of Guldove. Probably because Durea is no longer with us here? I don't know. Or with her. Okay. Well, that should be helpful. Thank you. And that's it. So there's your third to last character that you can recruit. Stina joins your party. I think she'd actually be a really interesting character in terms of like her role in the story, because she's the Shrine Maiden and she's associated with the Dragon Tier, and it feels like she should have a really big role in the story, but you kind of just get like 2 lines of dialogue with her, then she goes to the fort with you and you get a couple of extra bonus lines of dialogue, and then she says almost nothing for the rest of the game. And when most characters get like several lines of dialogue near the very end of the game when they're giving you kind of their farewell speech, quote unquote, she gets like 1 line. So I feel like this is another case of them dropping the ball because they spread themselves too thin on characters. In terms of Stina's actual, strengths, I mean, she's okay. Her stats are pretty balanced. She's white innate, so I guess she could be useful for this last fight if you wanted to bring her, but I don't know, it might be more useful to bring defensive-wise, because, like I said before, having the defensive advantage, it's not like you get a same type attack bonus or something from having a white innate character use a white innate element. I was going to say spell. So you could just bring characters with black innate, and then just, resist the damage that's being dealt to you. And honestly, I feel like, personally, that's a little bit more valuable, but... Well, thank you for the blessing. And yeah, with that, we now have the Dragon Tier. We can take it with us, and it is in here somewhere. It's not the Tier of Hate, though. Yeah, here's the Dragon Tier right here, so let's show that in our items. And then we can take that with us straight to Fort Dragonia. go from there. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, so it looks like what it looked like in the other world, basically. Is the Tear of Hate in here? I don't remember seeing it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, it was in here before. Never mind. Here's the Memento Pendant. And I guess at some point it was Dario's mom's pendant, which means that it got passed down to Dario. Here's the Dragon Emblem. Yeah, so it should look familiar because that looks exactly like the teleporting symbol from Fort Dragonia. So there you go. And that's it. Okay, so with that, I think we have exhausted every side thing that we can do with the exception of the super bosses, which we could go do right now. We have all the materials that we need in order to go fight the super bosses, but one of them is in another world, which is not where we are right now. We're in Homeworld, so we might as well take care of the stuff that's in Homeworld first. And then we can go back to another world and we can go from there. So the plan is, basically, I'm going to sail over to Fort Dragonia. We will work on getting our body back first things first on the next episode of Chrono Cross, the Stream Edition. And then once we have our body back, we'll take care of all the side activities that we can do between now and going and confronting this fate thing, which is apparently, well, the only other place we can go. It's in the Sea of Eden, so once we go through the Sea of Eden, we can find wherever this fate thing is, and then we can tell it to heck right off. But as I said, we will save Fort Dragonia and the potentially part of the confrontation. I don't think we'll quite get to the center of the Sea of Eden on the next episode of Chrono Cross, the Stream Edition, but I think we'll get all this, at least get all the side activities done before we get there, and that should be good. We'll get once we get our body back, we'll be able to summon Saints to get the last 2 shiny materials that we need. We can get the stuff that we need to make Prism equipment. We can make the Prism vests so that everybody has those. There's a couple of other items I'd like to go pick up, including a rainbow shell, so we can make the 5 Prism vests that I need. And like I said, there's a couple of super bosses to go fight. But we'll save all of that for the next episode of Chrono Cross, the Stream Edition, which will be happening probably on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I actually have a few days off between the end of the summer semester, which is this Monday's the end of the summer semester, and the start of the fall semester, which is the following Monday. So got like 7 days off in a row. So I'll be doing it probably on days that we haven't normally streamed previously, just for that week. It's probably going to go back to Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. When the actual when the actual semester starts, but we'll see how that all goes. I'm not sure yet. I will let all of you know when we get there, but for now, yeah, we'll probably be back Tuesday, so that way I can get the final exam done, I can study for it, and not really have to worry too much. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube. Check out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will most likely be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and I'll post up the schedule once I get the description done for this one on Twitch, YouTube, and Discord so that you all know exactly when the stream will be. Most likely, like I said, Tuesday. So until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. I think I ran out of water earlier than usual because I didn't turn the air on for a little bit. I ran out of water at like 9:15, so my throat is parched as holy hell right now. Better go get some water.